We already have a draft Alchemist banned. No one's mad about that, right? Do you guys actually like watching Alchemist or no?
No.
Like personally,
I kind of enjoyed it in competitive.
I dislike. There's so few heroes left that are cookie cutter, and I'm just. It'd be one thing if it was like the old school Alchemy. Remember when people used to go Shadowblade, sometimes Battle Fury,
Go like
sometimes
Medallion, maybe?
Maelstrom. Like now it's just hey Radiance, hey Manta, Blink.
Yep.
All right, armor
Run down the
item,
lane,
BKB, yeah.
So do you like watching like Wraith King?
No.
don't like-
Well, it's different because it's Hector Wraith King. No one else
Okay.
is really spamming
That's
it.
true, yeah.
So
I'll watch
because the
Hector
hero
play.
itself's not necessarily broken, because the one player plays it really well, you think it's
Yeah.
more enjoyable?
It's also just that so many teams are using Alk, and it's one of those heroes slash strategies that effectively everyone has to be able to play, and they all do it the same way. If people play Wraith King, you can usually expect some sort of a different flair. And there's at least different ways you would itemize it. I've yet to see an Alchemist not buy Radiance. Every Wraith
Yeah.
King has an option to go like maybe
Ever,
Honor
yeah.
the Blink or something.
It's been a while since that it was like the Frank. I mean, there was a time, but during that Frankfurt, that was when I believe Newbie got eliminated in that BO1 by Unknown.
Yeah.
That was the big one. They
That-
got
yeah.
item dropped on, and everything. It's been a
Oh.
while since then.
The
but
Peruvian flag came
Yep.
out. I remember those.
we saw him dropping earlier today, though. If you didn't know, Infamous dropped some items in front of the fountain when they won a game. So always some good spice at TI.
Against DG specifically, so for whatever reason, as a viewer, it's just even more enjoyable to
funny,
watch
yeah.
that kind of stuff happen to EG.
It is. And OG,
Yeah.
they're looking for their
It's
last
funny.
ban right here.
Blizzard bans loser from their Twitch chat. Meanwhile, in Dota, we spray on the
Dropping
ground.
items. Yeah, we're just spraying loser in front of someone who dies. Yeah.
Wait, did they actually ban loser? From
Nah, but they probably will.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do remember them doing pretty ridiculous filtering of their Twitch chat.
And there's a Magnus. This hero, we've seen it off lane. We've seen it 5 even. We've seen it 4. One of those heroes that,
Yeah.
isn't bad, but isn't necessarily like god tier.
However, it's a must pick when you're playing against OG. Otherwise, you're just going to be playing against Mag +1. And we've talked about Seb's Magnus. It's just, you don't want to deal with it. It's the perfect complement to Ana as well. It just makes the OG lineup. You can't ban the melee carries, right? There's too many
There's
of them.
too many, especially with a team like this who will play any sort of carry. And, well, there's the Enchantress. We know this is one of the few teams who will play it as a 5, not just a 3.
When you deny pick heroes, I'll say it time and time again, that the problem is if they know how to play the hero better than you, and you first pick it like this, they're like OG, they have one of the best, if not the best, Magnus player in the entire world. They're going to know conceptually how to deal with Magnus, because Magnus is a hero that tells you the play style of the opponent team based on the fact that he's in the game. And I want to say real quickly, no, I was going to noteworthy it on the Enchantress, and now they have the Shadow Demon too. Both heroes purge.
Yep.
Shadow Demon goes through BKB, and it's continuous, and Enchantress purges. That is the Empower that I'm referring
to. It purges
to.
the buffs through BKB as well.
Yes.
Correct? Yeah. So you already have 2 methods of removing the Empower. You asked, how do you deal with Mag? Well, OG, I think, recognizing it's not really the RP you need to deal with. I think a lot of teams are still too focused on that. We'll see Rubik commonly in response, but OG demonstrating that it's all about the Empower.
Yeah, if the guy's sieging your base or he's in vision at all, it's just really important to bring that Empower, so he has to reset and use it on the Magnus. The fact that he wants to usually have himself or maybe 2 other heroes empowered, if you're purging it, he literally cannot empower the heroes he wants to empower based on cooldown. And we saw Fnatic do this against EG, first game of the entire tournament, Crystal Maiden Mag. Just buffs up heroes. You have the Aura for the mana, which is a nice quality of life thing for most carry core type heroes, and then you obviously have the Empower. And you can't purge the Aura at least, so that's a step in the right direction, but I already am a fan of OG's way of addressing the Mag. They get rid of the Pangolier.
We have not seen much Pangolier. Are you surprised, or is he just so much of, he just not that good in the laning phase, it's really hard to play him? Or?
We haven't seen him. He's been being picked a bit.
Has he?
Newbie's been using him. LGD used him. I think it's one of those heroes that's just a comfort, depending on
It is.
the team.
It's just a team-based.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also think he's kind of like Legion Commander, where you don't want to first round him. So he's an off-laner 4 position that you don't want to first round. So these type of heroes, you just see them less on average because they're exploitable or they have a very niche kit. And since most teams are picking their 4 and 3 in the first 2, at least one of those, maybe 2 of them, it just leaves these heroes not picked as often because it has to be a specific draft where they're good and you, for whatever reason, picked your carry or mid first 2.
OG using a lot of time on this 4th ban. anything that just like stands out? Like, what are the best heroes with Mag? Obviously, you always see like juggernauts. You see what are your BSJ when you play it? You see someone on your team picks Mag. What's the first hero that comes to mind? You see an enchant Shadow Demon.
I'd say in all time, I'd say it'd be Troll.
Okay.
But if Jug, I've talked about before, you don't cleave and spin anymore.
Yeah.
So I just don't love it as much, but Jug still
Used to be the best.
used to be the best and is still good. But I mean, not the best. In the patch where he's good, I think Anti-Mage is probably the overall lover of Empower.
I don't agree with that one. I think it's PA for sure. PA or Troll. AM's a different style of carry.
Yeah.
And the reason I don't like it as much for him is just because you still kind of want Battle Fury. You'll see them pick it up anyway.
Yeah.
A PA with Mag is not buying Battle Fury.
She'll buy Deso and Vlad.
Exactly.
And
then you're just killing everything.
Yeah.
And Anti-Mage still needs to be like 4 or 5 slotted before he's going to
Remember when PA got reworked, the first patch where her blur became inactive and Mag PA was super broken, and what you would do is you could be a PA level 5 or like level 3, and you could blur on top of a quad ancient stack
and kill it
with Empower. That was so dumb. But I don't think any of these heroes sound good against Enchantress. I think that's another reason why Enchantress on paper seems really good here. PA, yes, you have the Blink Strike against the Enchantress, but the lane matchup is really bad. And a lot of times when you play against against Enchantress, you want a hero that can also recover / rotate when the Enchantress is level 6.
I don't think it's that bad. You'll have CM aura, you'll have a ton of harass, and you blink on her.
What I'm saying is, like, the pace of the game, the way it plays out, usually you can't ever boot an Enchantress out before 6, and then once the Enchantress gets 6, PA is not a hero that hits neutral creeps. She never does until...
I get what you're saying, but I think you just have to pressure the ancient lane.
Yeah.
Like, you can kill her. It's similar to an Ursa. Like,
you can go something like PA Batrider with a 4 mag if they wanted to do that. I think Batrider, one of the best heroes early to mid-game of dealing with Enchantress. Pugna's another option. These just mid-game damage nukers. I think if you have a PA and you have a hero that the PA's dagger who can set up the gank for, because the slow is really annoying, right? It has a pretty high percentage uptime.
Well, I think CM Mag would kill an Ench with a PA pretty easily. They used to have so many disables.
Interesting. Maybe. It's hard to say because they have save already on the Shadow Demon, and by the time you spend your disables, they might have already rotated. OG is not a team that will leave a man stranded, as I could say.
Yeah, notably, OG's already down to 6 minutes reserve time.
Yeah, I was looking at that. Hey,
wow, Slark. Okay.
Well, you're a Slark player, BSJ. You see this. Why are they Slarking right here? You're only seeing Mag CM. I mean, obviously you have to pick a hero before them, but why your hard carry? Or possibly middle, I guess.
I feel that Slark is more of a semi-carry-esque. He needs to be... You want Slark to have the option to be a damage ability soaker while somebody else then cleans up the game. So if they counter the Slark and he's able to just go these tanky drums, diffusal, BKB, basher, kind of the way that Infamous played him, then Slark still feels pretty impactful. And he's already very good against the 2 heroes picked up by Fnatic. He's usually pretty good against the whole concept of Mag as well. He wants to run around in the mid game. He wants to be unkillable for the first 10 to 15 minutes as he just plays alone. And we talked about if you have a Legion type offlaner, he's under threat. But against Mag specifically, which Ice, as far as I know, is the only one that's played it, Slark can just do his own thing for the first 10, 15 minutes of the game.
Grant wasn't ready for a 60 to 90-second answer there, but...
Dude, I got it.
Hey,
I
should have expected
I spent the entire time answering about the pick, and there hasn't been another pick yet.
That's
so
true.
I feel like that was...
That's true. It was good. It's good insight. Quality insight from the most... I guess the Slark expert.
The Slarkiest of
one
Slark.
of them. Yeah. So you're looking at this. You now see an Enchantress Shadow Demon Slark. You still like something like a Batrider here then?
Nah, the Batrider.
Really.
The Batrider's off the table now with
Slark's
Slark.
Here.
You just can't. That may be another point. Maybe a lot of heroes that counter Inch are countered by Slark.
I'm foreseeing a 4th pick of Void.
I was thinking
Fnatic.
Void.
Yeah,
A Void immediately came to mind.
Or Bloodseeker, perhaps. That's another one.
Okay. I don't know if I love Bloodseeker against Shadow Demon.
True.
Just because you're a hero that does purely rely on running around. But
yeah, but I think you move relatively quickly. Isn't a move speed slow? It doesn't set your move speed. It's
It is a move speed slow. You're right. So I think it's 100% though, isn't it?
No, because you can still move.
When I say 100% in Dota, the minimum move speed you can get to is 100. So no matter what.
Oh,
wow.
Hey! Kyle
Wow.
the King, the Bloodseeker.
Okay, I'll give you props, man.
Okay, Kyle. Well, you called the pick, so tell me what's going on with this hero.
This one pure damage.
Okay.
You have if you do what we expect, which is like a CM Mag Bloodseeker Trilane against the Ench, that's just too much magic damage. I love CM Bloodseeker because it allows you to play with your Blood Right, and in addition, you just buff the CM and she Qs,
This is Shaker,
and it's like
by the way.
150 damage. In addition, Rupture is the Slark counter. It makes it near impossible to like play like you can't play Slark Dota
Properly
against
a
Bloodseeker.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's great synergy with the mag as well. You can just go straight like raw HP items. You talent for HP and armor, and you just run at people with like 2k HP, and you still
And the
don't
bonus
suffer.
damage
Yeah.
and mag, yeah. And there's a Sand King pickup now. It sounded like you wanted an Earthshaker.
I thought for
BSJ.
sure it was going to be Shaker, a common pairing with Enchantress. Also, just a you want stuns against Bloodseeker, and it's also counter initiation to mag. It's not ideal because it doesn't go through BKB, but we saw, I believe it was TI8, where it was all
LC now?
Earthshaker plus
Oh.
Enchantress.
Ember.
So
Interesting.
you
I don't-
thought they were going to transition this mag to a 4?
Yeah, I still think it's a 4. Although I guess you're right. It's ice, ice, ice. So
He's been playing, yeah.
yeah, it's true. You could, I would agree. You can pick your DJ hero here. It's not a bad core mag game either.
Do you remember what we talked about, Kyle, with the way to beat OG?
What's that?
Isn't OG always down by like 5k at 15 minutes?
Yes.
How do you beat them?
Being down yourself?
No, it was by
Oh.
taking towers, right?
Yeah.
By eliminating their buildings, because we felt like OG always made the most out of map that they're given.
Did I say all these things?
You said this
Grant?
against, who was it when
I
they?
don't know. I don't listen to
It was
either
against
of you
each-
most of the time, I'll be honest.
It was against EG when they had the carry IO, because no matter what, even though they were down
Yeah,
by
you did.
7,000,
Oh, yeah.
they still had all their
Yeah.
buildings.
And then they drafted. I remember talking with them at lunch the other day, and they were like, "Wait, we were further behind in game 1? What? How's that possible?" Because they lost so many towers in the second. But then Tobbs was just like, "Yeah, dude, I was farming everything. Game 1, I was getting shit
Yeah,
on."
Mad was mad. He's like, we were down by what? And we said
Yeah.
7,000. He goes, no.
He's like, "It didn't feel like that. It's all
Yeah.
good."
No tower
Love
push.
this pick. Love this pick,
I
though.
don't like Fnatic's lineup.
Zeus is like the go-to Slark second counter, but I would agree. My concern is you don't have tower pressure. You're going to need to just take over the map, which has proven very difficult against OG. I feel like they may have almost over-countered the Slark.
Is Thompson a Storm Spirit player?
I'm sure he's an everything player.
Storm Spirit sounds pretty juicy right now.
Well, they
they're
got,
really
they got
low on
5
time.
seconds here, yeah. And it's gonna
Mid Earth
Spirit.
I think it is.
Let's go.
Mid
Just
Shadow Demon.
It might be. Actually,
nah,
you're
it's
right.
Mid-Earth Spirit. It's Mid-Earth Spirit.
We're
Come on,
gonna
guys.
You think?
Yes.
We're waiting. Who will it be?
Mid-Enchantress, maybe? Nah.
No,
way.
I think they're moving.
Whoa.
Enchantress to
Oh, hold up,
four.
hold up. Mid-Enchantress, you purge off the Flame Guard every time Ember tries to
But
use
they
it?
picked Zeus. I don't
Yeah.
know. I think they purposely countered this Enchantress with magic burst damage.
We're still
This is
waiting.
almost certainly a 5 Enchantress.
Man,
Fnatic's like, can you guys pick, please? We need to start thinking about our
If
strategy.
it's not Mid Earth Spirit, it's Mid Shadow Demon. I think this is a sick Shadow Demon game.
Why? Like for middle.
The
why-
Purge is really powerful this game, and I
No
believe
challenge.
Disruption is also very good this game. I don't feel like they countered the Disruption at all.
It's Jarek Shadow
Oh,
Demon, so
yeah.
it is the middle
Hell
Earth Spirit
yeah.
of Thompson. And we asked, how could they get a little bit crazier? I mean, IO carry, still pretty crazy, but a middle Earth Spirit, it's been a bit.
I just love OG's lineups. No matter what, it's like 4 supports and Ana.
Yeah. But then they all get items, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
they're still helping carry. All right.
I'm curious to see if he goes for the Lincolns on Slark.
I don't think you can afford to. Even though I understand why it's necessary, it's like a quality of life improvement against Bloodseeker. There's too much that cancels it. There's disables that don't care about Lincolns, and you don't have a damage steroid on your team. I think you need to be able to accelerate. I'd expect like phase minus diffusal, just standard. Maybe not the diffusal, perhaps. This is a tough game to be a low HP Slark, that's for sure.
The Enchantress is going to play like a Warlock in the safe lane, isn't she?
Yeah.
Where you just heal your Slark
Yes.
against the Zeus spam.
See a lot of Blightstone first, and you just hit people and pop heal off cooldown. The thing I'm concerned about is when you're Slark against Bloodseeker Zeus, do you buy like Tranquil Boots?
No, I don't.
Or you just is it like the Huskar going armlet? versus
Sometimes
AA,
you
just
buy a
do it?
salve, like at the
Mm.
10-minute mark, you'll buy a salve just because you know at some point in the game, you're going to be below your threshold. For people wondering what we're talking about, Bloodseeker's passive does detect you at below 25%, which means you're in vision, which means Slark never regains health from his ultimate. So I think the adjustment is a salve, not Tranquils. I think phase or treads are too important.
I can get behind that. And it is DJ Mag, thanks to the Zeus pick. I like this quite a bit. I think this is a really good tri-lane under the circumstances. And I love the Fnatic lineup, to be honest. This is quite solid. OG, yeah, I've seen them with I mean, they're playing like one of the best teams, if not the best team in the tournament, so can't count them out.
BSJ, you sounded the opposite. It sounded like you didn't like Fnatic's draft really that much.
He just likes Slark, dude.
No, I don't think you counter OG with anything other than taking their towers and map control. And they have no semblance of map control, tower pushing abilities on their team.
You know what? I'm convinced OG's going to win.
Okay. I mean, it's just hard. As you said, they're the first team to guarantee themselves already in the upper bracket right now.
Yep.
They've won 2 games with a carry IO. They look like their teamwork's just TI8-esque already.
OG is the team where if you give them space to make plays or to come back, it doesn't matter how weird, how grim the game looks. They just make it happen. I don't know how else to word it, right? And they don't have a way, in my opinion, on Fnatic to make it so OG cannot make it happen.
And we have, we've seen Wii play the Mid-Earth Spirit in the past.
It's been a bit, but we have.
Yeah,
We've seen Thompson play it as well. It's been a long time for him as well, though.
And it's weird, but I really like Earth Spirit no matter what the role with high mobility carries. Slark specifically is great because you're going to find people later on in the game, especially at nighttime when you can abuse your vision range advantage, and then boom, there's an Earth Spirit rolling forwards, no blink required. Stanking eventually is going to get aggressive as well. Though Seb, if there was a player to just go some like phase drums, double bracer, pipe build, it would be Seb, and I think that this would be a game for it. It's all about the damage reduction. Look at the magic damage output of Fnatic, and keep in mind, this is Bloodseeker Zeus. We haven't seen it in a while, but just 25% more Zeus damage.
It's a lot of damage, yeah. And well, top lane, it is going to be a tri-lane for now. Ana, No-Tail, Enchantress, and Slark respectively. DJ still hasn't shown himself. There it will be. He's going to run out and hit him a few times. Also, No-Tail looks like he's starting for that. Starts with the Sage's Mask. I'm just going to go for the ring.
Zeus does sound nice in theory against Sand King as well, because it's just the bolt for detection. Any free detection against Sand King is really important.
He also cancels his blink. If you ever see him or feel he's up here.
So how? Sorry, I was just wondering, how's this top lane going to go? If they, I mean, eventually, who's going to TP out? Is it going to be someone like DJ TPing out here? Do they just leave 3 up here and try to just mess
I believe
with
Shadow Demon's going to come to the top lane after 1 or 2 waves bottom.
Okay.
Your 2 choices are either dodge and leave with the Slark, which I don't think they're going to do, and the other option is to eventually rotate 3 heroes. You can usually survive 2v3 all level 1 heroes for a little bit, so you let the Slark, maybe the Enchantress both get level 2, and then the Shadow Demon can also get his level 2 bottom. And then you're kind of out-leveling them in the tri-lane because the extra experience that the opponent team got was on the Zeus.
Ooh, bottom, skewered under the tower. Jarek's looking to get first blood.
Wow.
He does. DJ with the TP down with a perfect skewer. And Ice with the rest of his mana had to pop a mango even. Gets the kill. Top lane, though. Dubu getting run at right now. Getting body blocked by the creep, and Dubu is just going to drop to No-Tail.
He took his first ability on Crystal Maiden, and immediately No-Tail saw that and leveled his enchant, which is a huge heads-up play because usually you don't level it against Crystal Maiden because she just freezes the creep.
You can't leave this hard camp available.
If you're going to level your first ability.
I would much rather, and I understand why, because again, with the Bloodseeker, you want to be able to just kind of get buffed and spam Q, but you just want to kill the hard camp.
Ice can't quite get him. He will pop his healing salve. Jarek's down here. Had the save as well.
Slark versus Bloodseeker, I'm pretty sure, is a favored matchup for Slark nowadays in the lane.
Definitely. You just trade hits effectively.
I wonder if he'll go for the 2 points in essence, something I'll keep an eye out for. Thompson so far is winning the mid lane.
Yep, 15-2 going up against the 11-2. Will roll forward, whiffs it.
We'll just gonna drag some creeps. That's what he was trying to do, Grant. Come on. He didn't miss.
And he is. Where'd you just drag? You just drag it all the way around. Top lane, though, No-Tail. Will make it out. Has the heal going. Dubu. We'll be fine. Had the pounce, but didn't want to use it.
Did we mention the Bloodseeker Rupture plus Skewer?
We did not.
Oh, we did not. That's a good call.
Bloodseeker does go up in value when you have somebody that can naturally displace, like a Pudge.
Tiny
Rider. Yeah, Tiny's
favorite.
insane. We'll see if that comes into play, because that could easily be the case against these heroes like Enchantress who want to just stand in place, Slark, Sand King.
I had a question. What do you do as a Zeus now? You're in the safe lane. All you have is a stick. You're probably not going to be able to get much more mana regen. Doesn't it just feel like Seb can start dominating this lane now? Or
He does have the Soul Ring queued up.
Man, still a little bit away, though.
A lot of offlaners may go bottle as well. But like you said, it is a long ways off, and Zeus really has no way to secure CS.
Like you just die if you walk up now, right? You can't
Yep.
get CS with your Q anymore.
I like that Jerax stayed bottom, and the fact that Dubu took his Q level 1 and died means that this second kill is even easier to get, and now that he has his Frostbite, it's just too late.
Jabs, he's going to eat a lot. The Harpy Stormcrafter actually goes down, though. They're still hitting him. Silent stuff is on. Has the pounce. Will leash him up. Will they be able to get the kill? There's going to be the freeze. Jabs is going to try to turn it around instead. They're going to fight against each other, and Ana gets
And
the
he gets the
win
heal, too.
because of the Blood Rage healing up. They might just chase after Dubu. Is this going to be another agility?
my
It is,
God.
and what looked like they're going to be able to bring down this Slark. Instead, he almost half heals, gets 2 permanent agility, and this is not good up top for Fnatic now.
I don't think it's enough to pick a Bloodseeker conceptual counter to Slark in the mid game. You have to also shut down Slark's laning stage in early game, and they did not pick a hero, Zeus or Bloodseeker or Mag or Ember, that shuts down Slark in the early game.
I don't know if I agree with that one. I think they're just playing this top lane a little poorly.
How
They moved
how
Mag
should
out.
they play it? Should they have just left him up there?
What lane beats Slark in this game? Like if you take all of the combination of their heroes, what
That's a good. Yeah, it's
composition
true,
do you put? With Enchantress specifically, Enchantress can be one of the scariest 5 positions super early. Kind of a Bane, in the sense that super early lane and then kind of falls off later on in the game.
There's going to be 3 bounty runes for OG. Thompson actually heads on bottom, bottles up both of them, gets full HP mana. And oh, they're going. They're diving under his tower bottom. Shadow Demon going to push ahead. There's going to be a stun. Ice 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 in a lot of trouble. Seb has taken a ton of damage, but Ice Ice, he doesn't have any mana on this Zeus. They're going to just run him. He's just right-clicking, and Seb. Oh, so close, but he knew, and he survives. Him and Jerax. Low HP, but you make it.
Jerax purposely A-clicked the Zeus in order to draw tower aggro away from his sinking. Something really cool to save his offlaner there.
And the skewer doesn't hit the Earth Spear, and they just get away. And it looks like Fnatic, they want to make plays, but every play they make is just being countered by OG.
That's right, 2,000 gold ahead there, where they were just a moment ago. It's only 6 minutes into the game.
Scary. Oh, rotating mid will be No Tail. Only level 3 DJ. Will get skewered up the hill, and the kill on No Tail will be able to bring him down. They're chasing, but the heal slowly but surely bring No Tail back to full HP, and they just can't. Even with only level 1 heal, no points in Untouchable. This has to feel bad. You're not able to kill the support Enchantress with 3 heroes.
And you're watching Slark free farm.
It is an Abed Ember Spear top lane. They're trying to go in though. Magnus
Oh, nice.
Skewer's in
Intentionally eating the skewer there.
Jab.
This is the pounce out.
is just running away. Thompson won't be able to find him, but Ana gets the kill on DJ.
Oh, nice juke there. If he had kept going, he would have certainly died as the rocks were being refreshed.
Bottom lane. Jerax is just spamming on Ice Ice Ice. Ice 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 finally got some mana back, but middle. No Tail paints it OG.
Who builds Force Staff on Fnatic as well? You have to build Force Staff against the Slark who's having a good game.
Mag, right?
I guess, right?
It could be Zeus. Mag's most likely, though.
It just feels awkward. There's no hero that
Dude.
just buys it.
I just wonder what the Bloodseeker gets.
What do you think he should go? If you're thinking, what does this Bloodseeker go to kind of counter the Slark who's having a good game? Well, they are going to run in again. The
Phase
freeze is
Blade
there,
Mail,
but the
maybe?
Dark Pact already used, and here we go. They're going to fight again, but there's going to be the ulti pop by Ana. Needs 2 more hits to get this kill on Jabs. There's one. Will he get the second? He does.
Wow.
Will Ana die, though? That's the question. Dark Pact coming up in about 2 seconds. They do get the vision. Will go forward. Here comes the Remnant. Will he be able to make it out? More than likely not. Dubu actually gets the kill, and Abed's like, come on, I needed that one.
That's actually so big because it's a
It's
kill
a huge
streak.
killing streak,
Yeah.
yeah. 454 to Dubu, and I'm sure this Ember would have loved that, because middle lane, it's getting pushed in with the siege unit now.
I think it's worth it for Ana.
Yeah. Ana gets the permanent agility again, and look at this, the Satyr Banisher middle can just keep purging if the Flame Guard comes middle.
That's so annoying.
It is. It's going to be the Blood Right, just trying to push out middle lane.
Remember when the Purge with the Helm of the Dominator came out? And it was a 400 move speed creep that gave 19 gold if you killed it, or like 9
Yeah.
gold.
You just couldn't do
And
anything.
it was the purge
so
was
good.
100% instead of 50.
Bottom lane, Jerix and No-Tail, they are surrounding Ice here. He is trying to burst him down. Will we get the fourth instance of poison? There it is. Dubu goes down top, but Ice will drop bottom. And OG, 9-2 right now. They are only 2k gold up. I'm surprised it's not more, but they are looking good.
Looking very good. Ana's having a totally free game. What's he got queued up? Yep,
Midas, the whole phase,
as expected.
Wand, and Wraith Band. So super early invested items as well, even though he is going for the Midas. He just knows in the mid game once Bloodseeker gets 6 and RP and abilities are online, he's going to want to avoid fights. So he goes for these early lane prowess items and then goes back for the Midas, knowing that he wants to get 1 or 2 big items before he actually participates in the game.
What's the middle Earth Spirit do differently than a support? Is it item build, or we just get to see? Do we even know?
I think you just get more items,
just
basically.
get more items? You get the items quick.
It's like Sumel's AA from earlier. You're still a good hero. You just have more fun.
Ice and Thompson going at it middle. Both of them using all their skills. Thompson, he thought he had this one. Does he? He barely does. They get it. Ana actually ends up dying top. They're going for more up there. Jerix is going to try to run away, but Abed hits him with the slight. He's still alive. One more right flick. There's just going to be the freeze by Dubu. Picks up the kill. TP from No-Tail coming in. Will they be able to find anyone? Seb a little bit late.
That was very
the HUD.
strange. Ana could have just TP'd there when he got ruptured. He ulted and had a TP available and chose not to,
Dubu
which was interesting.
gets the
They didn't have Mag there. There was Ember, CM, and Bloodseeker ganking him. So maybe he was afraid of Mag? I'm not sure. Mag wasn't on the map, but he could have just instantly TP'd. And most of the time as a Slark player, that's something really important to think about, is when you can ult TP, the exact heroes that prevent it, so if they're not there, you do it. Oh, leash bottom, probably not enough damage to get the kill. Oh no, they have the Earth Spirit,
Yep,
but he misses the
Thompson's here.
boulder,
Wow.
Won't
and
even
he
matter.
dies anyways.
He just gets absolutely destroyed.
That's 6 permanent agility for Ana on the
Yep,
Slark.
10
This
minutes in.
very much adds up on Slark. That's basically 2 free Essence Shift stacks going into any engagement.
Now they're just taking this top tower with OG. There will be a smoke middle. Jerix actually solo smokes himself. He's just going to throw the ulti out. Ice going to be a little trouble. Here comes the roll. Hits him perfectly. Hasn't even dropped the boulder yet. Doesn't need to. Third stack of poison will be there and kicks him in the head. Jerix gets the kill. And they are looking clean. There's Tread's double bracer one. He has 1,800 life at 10 minutes in.
Yep, and right on the catapult wave,
1900 with
man.
that crown.
He is tanky. Going for that Veil. Ton of damage. Look at this. Seb is going to go and really be able to TP. No, DJ will get the ulti, but Thompson's going to come over to help. There's going to be an ulti pop. DJ going to try to run away. Ulti from the Crystal main Dubu, but Jerix puts him under. Who is going to get the kill? That's the question. Abed's here now as well, but Thompson going to roll forward, and no, Seb might be the first one to die. No, Thompson gets jabs on the backside, and now they're chasing after, but Abed needs to be careful. Don't overextend. Here comes Ice. They get Seb. Now they will find No-Tail as well. He is healing up a little. Try and get away, maybe deny to Roche. No, Ice picks up the kill. And they get a couple there. Abed, he's thinking about it, but they pop the shrine.
Even Jerax has a bracer. They only have mid-game magic damage on Fnatic's side. And
Yeah.
Kyle always talks about how OG understands damage mitigation better than anyone. We see the hood on the Sand King. We see double bracer on the Earth Spirit. We see the bracer on the support Shadow Demon.
Ice. Can he make it out? Another roll, dodges. Nice sidestep there.
When OG has the tower advantage
Yep.
and an advantage, I will always put my bread in their eggs in their basket.
Yep,
I believe.
and you can even see Fnatic recognize this. Their first ban of this series was Treant. However, they're still sitting in this game 12 minutes in. They've yet to really pressure the tier 1.
And it's the heroes, right? You got a Zeus, you got an Ember. There's just not many ways to pressure that tower, especially with the support duo as well. But
And you
jabs.
said Seb gets his blink canceled. He just doesn't go a blink.
They're going to initiate. Dubu taking a ton of damage right here. Poison stacking up. There's going to be the blood right on the ground. Dubu, will he be able to make it out? Nope. Goes down to Jerix. They're going to look for No-Tail now. Can they find him? Not yet, because Jerix is getting run down by jabs, and he's going to try to juke. He's going to try to jive. Will he be able to make it away? No. Goes down. There's Seb as well. DJ falls. And we're just having heroes running each other. No-Tail as well gets ultied up. And now both teams, I think Fnatic's like, we're just going to start running at you. We got to do something. And it works out. They gain 2,000 gold back in that fight.
Can I just say Fnatic is a middle of the pack team at TI right now. And OG just looks like,
The one team who's already qualified to winner bracket.
and yeah, I mean,
They look like that, right? Yeah.
they just
we'll
look
see
a
it.
whole nother level. They just
Yeah.
look way better.
Thing is, it's just effortless. That's
That's
the
what-
thing.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like they're picking so many heroes. They're playing in a lot of ways like a very similar play style, but it's just like so easy. I think that I appreciate that they do all the little things. I'm a big stickler on items, you know. They're flawless when it comes to them. Well, not flawless, but you know, they're pretty damn close.
There are 6 bracers, I believe, on Dire. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 5 bracers on Dire. Against the Zeus and all the mid-game magic damage.
Middle lane.
Thompson.
Thompson, yeah, he gets ruptured up right now. He is so tanky. And look at this. The roll forward's actually going to be there. Ice might be the one in trouble. No, Thompson getting super nuked. We'll be able to bring down Ice almost drops. He's going to have to TP. Will he tick out or will he make it? He makes it.
He has a Midas
Ooh.
on the Zeus. Going for a Veil on Ember. Does buff up a lot of the damage on his team. So that'll be nice when they get that. May solve some of their damage issues. He did go Drums on Bloodseeker. I thought he might go Blade Mail BKB, but instead he went Drums BKB. I think that's fine.
Also, what about the talent Zeus took? The 3 mana regen over the EXP gain. I thought I usually see the EXP gain, especially offlane, because I know Zai always takes it.
He has Midas though, so he's already got. The concern you actually have with Zeus, like, you don't want too many levels.
Roll through perfectly timed. Nicely done by Thompson. This should be a quick kill. Maybe not. Dugu is going to throw out the ulti. And now look at this. Thompson, he's in so much trouble. Goes down. Jarek's as well, eating all that damage. Easy kill, but Seb brings down Ice. And man, we are getting a ton of kills. 28 kills in 15 minutes. There's bounty rune spawning. Only Abed's picking him up, but there goes Ana.
Other than Ember, who survives a Diffusal Slark plate? There's Slark in this game.
Is that rhetorical?
He doesn't kill everyone? Solo,
Seems
pretty
like
much?
it.
That's the problem.
He's getting run out there. Is going to be the TP, and it looks like he should be able to make it out. And
Well,
he
he
will.
went for the chains, but the creeps blocked him. I think that's about a 50-50.
I like the item build on Seb. Just no blink dagger, just raw stats.
Bracer, Hood, going for that Ewel's. Why not get a pipe here?
The Yules is super important because if you get ruptured and Bloodseeker silence on top of you, there really is no other way to dodge it other than a BKB. So the pipe will help his team, but I mentioned the Slark, it kind of wants to play skirmish Dota for maybe one more item. So you buy this Yules to protect yourself, and then after you have the Yules to make your game easier to play, then you buy the team item.
This is an OG smoke, by the way, going middle river. Regen going to get picked up. No Tail slowly getting siege top. But they're going to look for Ice. I have a feeling he's going to be under his own tier 2, but he might just get bursted. Seb will miss the stun, though. Thompson gets the slow off. There will be a Veil, and Ana just going to get the right clicks. There it is, but up top, No Tail goes down. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but Ice,
Yeah,
he's your core with a Midas, and he's pretty strong.
And there's 4 heroes there around a tier 1 that hasn't really been threatened yet and just now got a creep wave, whereas OG was camping mid-tier 2. Now going to rotate through their vision all the way towards top. They know the Fnatic's still in the area and they can punish.
And Slark's checking for wards right now. He knows that Fnatic's been playing most of the game up on this side of the map, so if he walks through there and sees no wards, he pretty much guarantees that Fnatic has no vision on the map. Their only ward is in their own jungle right now, which really doesn't provide much relevant information because OG's now playing top. And playing against Slark when you're behind with no vision is really rough. They are closing the gap though, only 2,000 net worth advantage, or I guess 3 now. But
DJ got scanned out, by the way. Will finally TP. And they were ready. They scanned it, it turned red, and they just headed right up there. Is still an Ember, the Remnant up there. They're not going to wait for it, doesn't look like.
just notice how OG hasn't taken any direct 5-on-5s against Mag, Zeus, like Bloodseeker. You don't really want to play the Slark against the Bloodseeker in fights. In this game, Slark is really hard to kill, but if you put him in a team fight, he's quite easily burstable before the pipe and all these other team fight items come out.
Yeah, the concern is that Fnatic doesn't really have a method of establishing map control. They don't have real catch. The Ember Spirit could get involved, sure, but he's 5th in net worth.
We got a blink coming out on Magnus now. First item blink. It's been a little bit. Brown boots in the blink. They got to make something happen though, and we'll see if that's what it is.
I mean, it should be unexpected. We really don't see Brown boots blink anymore.
And you have the Dubu ulti as well. You've got your 2 supports do a ton of damage. And here we go. Seb is going to initiate in. Will they be able to get it? Seb might be the first one down there. It's going to be DJ skewering away. Seb is going down, and now Abed taking so much damage. Impetus is doing a lot, but the Blood Right will go down. DJ just right-clicking, tanking it all up. Jarek's from the backside will get a save on one, but Ice is going to run away. Ana chasing anyone he can. He's actually confused who to go for, but it will be Ice Blood Right on the ground. Ana gets the kill. Ulti already popped by the Slark, so he won't just die. There will be a Shrine Pop. Now Abed. Will he be able to run away? He wants to square up and fight, and he has stolen so much agility. Thompson just baiting him in. Ice goes down. I believe that was a dieback. It was. Ana goes down. Thompson goes down. Abed and Jabs are going to try to clean this up, and it looks like they will be successful. It is a dieback from your Zeus, but you take that, right?
You do, but the problem is you don't get any objectives out of it. Grant, like, even mid-tower's not going to go down, so it's a nice fight. Sure, you wipe 4, but what does it give you? What space have you earned as Fnatic?
He does have a BKB on Slark, or sorry, on Bloodseeker. And he's going the SNY Satanic build on Slark.
You like that here? Or you, I mean...
Against Bloodseeker, there's really no other way to deal with Rupture. And if you get BKB, you can hold your ground, which is the best way to deal with Rupture, and you don't have to move. So theoretically, very nice. It's always weird, because status resistance in theory, on a hero like Slark who has Dark Pact, is kind of hard to see how it would really play out other than just watching it, because I, for myself, have never built the SNY Satanic on Slark.
Looks like everyone wants to get the BKBs. Ember queuing it up next. As you said, we already got one on Bloodseeker, and they're all going to rotate top together. That's one way to beat OG. You got to outnumber them, because that's usually how they win games. And it will be the 20-minute runes. It looks like we might have a fight up here, but no, the Slark will back out. Well, they deny the bounty rune right in front of Abed. They will run back and get one other, but feels bad. You think you secured the bounty rune, and then you just get bouldered to the face into a deny.
Yep. It's going to be a 2-point change.
No tail. Will get ruptured. Has the invis rune, though. Just sit there, runs uphill, pops the heel. I love it. Get to the high ground. We'll just back up now. Ice going for the Aghanims. Only level 13. That dieback definitely doesn't feel good. Ice is like, oh, cool, we kind of won the fight, but I am going to be falling a little bit farther behind now.
Especially with the Ags Rush. I'm a huge proponent of some sort of mana regen item just so you can play lanes a little easier. And always have the pool prepared to spam waves and then jungle, but...
You don't think the talent's enough? You need more than that?
That's true.
And you have CM Aura.
Yeah. Alright. CM Aura. That'll push it up.
Gives him 5.5 mana regen between the two. That's nice. And with the clarity going, he's got 13.
That's true, and I mean, Ags is a huge power spike, to be fair. It's a extra lightning bolt every 2.5 seconds.
And it is annoying for heroes like Slark because it hits him in his ultimate.
Ooh, and there's the BKB on Ember, and it looks like they want to make something happen. They are smoked up right now behind this Ember. But Creep's getting drug away by these mud golems. No tail? Those is golems. Here we go. Oh, there's going to be the skewer plus the rupture. Thompson, he's in a lot of trouble. He is just going to go down here. Nice pickoff. And this should be the... Can they get the middle tower now? They have Creeps coming. As you said, they've got to make something happen here. You've got to get some... Yeah. Kills are good, but you need to get objectives.
Yeah, whenever I look at Ana's net worth, it's like watching Hector playing Infamous, right? But I guess Ana was the one that probably started this trend. Whenever your net worth is like 3.5k, starts to grow in comparison to the enemy top farm, like it's just, you got to be favoring OG.
You see there, Thompson, 5, 4, and 5 versus the 2, 1, and 12 of Abed. He has been involved in quite a few kills, 14 of them. And you see the hero damage very equal.
Bloodseeker did take the attack speed and blood right damage talents.
What does that say?
Really?
Yeah, usually with Empower you can opt to skip damage-based talents.
Dude, I always get the health at 15. It's significant. I guess you already have 2k, but still.
Ooh, top. Seb's gonna stun in, misses another one, will get frozen, but there's the Yules we talked about. No. We'll just run, but knows the stun's used and TP's out. Nice presence of mine.
I just love watching Seb. Like, this is the game. If there was a game to get Blink later, this was it. And now you've had the pipe for a while so that you've been able to deal with effectively the Zeus. It cancels out Zeus ult. Like a whole round of spells for Zeus. And if you look at the Fnatic lineup, they need to win fights quickly. They want to capitalize on the RP, the Rupture, the Zeus ult, immediately find kills. OG, the longer you drag it out, they've got so much sustain and peel and save. The Slark, like the prototypical carry that gets stronger as the fight continues. I mean, this is it's just solid. A lot of other players, I think, just kind of blindly go blink on initiators, and Seb
They feel like you have
loves the team fight. Yeah.
There's the static field damage going to be taken by Zeus, as well as the Sandstorm DPS, so a lot more DPS just in this. If they want to go for this middle tower and you're sitting in the Sandstorm, it hurts. Also, do you like this Morbid Mask on the Slark, BSJ, just so you can jungle quicker? Why does he have it?
Legitimately confused
for
that he didn't go
satanic.
to 20% lifesteal on 15. I think in games like this where you have to man up on somebody, like most notably the Slark, usually the Bloodseeker, the lifesteal talent is really nice. But so when he went for the 30 attack speed, I kind of questioned it, and now I see when you have the Satanic, it makes a lot of sense. It makes you be able to stay in fights longer, which means you can hit people more, which means you get more essence shift, which means go Slark.
And Sav, he is just going to get brought down here. Maybe not. Yule's into there. Will dodge the blood right. Stuns over into the jungle. Sleight of Fist, we'll see. He bounced on over. There's Abed. There's DJ. Skewers him up on the hill and takes the kill. Seb does go down.
For what, though?
For space.
I mean,
Oh, it's level 20, man.
I'm saying for Fnatic, what do they accomplish by killing him? Just yet another fruitless kill is all I'm trying to get at here.
Yeah. I mean, you did say your biggest gripe with the lineup was the lack of tower push. We can already see it coming into play. OG, 25 minutes approaching. They've still got 2 tier 1s active. And whenever you have a Slark, it's similar to a Tinker in the sense that I feel like you need to kill their tier 1s because otherwise, like, they eat your map and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, they eat a specific part of the, or amount of the map, and if you don't have the tier 1s, that amount of the map is about half of what you have.
Yeah.
And look at that
That's
Midas.
a good look on that. That's about the look on my face if I was playing against Ana, I think.
And that Midas efficiency, 91%. I'm going to be honest.
that good?
It is, well, you know, I'm a 99 to 100 guy, but compared to a lot of, we saw Ramses had a 76% efficiency. So I'd say 91%.
That's because they're fighting like
90%
90% of the time in the
Dude, I haven't seen
CIS
VP
region.
play. What happened to them?
We have not seen any other games, so...
Yeah, we have been. I was watching a little bit. They did beat Infamous in game number 1 of their series, which is going on right now.
Okay. Yeah, I saw the Infamous pick CK there, another phase Midas hero. So I was curious to see how that one played out.
No radiance.
Yeah, no radiance on CK, unless you're really feeling it, you know?
Ooh, almost a Maelstrom now on the Ember. Level 20 as well. We're only 25 minutes in, but we have a lot of heroes getting to this 20 mark already. And by that I mean 2.
Is that just like new Dota, or is that this specific game? I guess, well, Ana's huge. He's got a Midas, and he's been farming the map. And then you have an Empower bot following Bloodseeker Emperor, so it makes sense.
Then we got
He's
SNY
already-
Satanic
Yeah,
at
he has
26 minutes in.
What
This feels very hard to... It's nigh impossible to kill him right now, it feels like.
What's Thompson got? He just finished BKB. In addition to the Veiled Double Ray, he's so tanky. How are you going to kill anything as Fnatic? We just discussed that they need fast fights. They need to...
Well, we might find out here. They're going to roll forth. Ana will try to just run in at him. They're going to go for Ice first. Here's the big team fight. Bloodright will go, but it doesn't hit anyone because the BKBs are there. Abed just trying to run away. DJ on the backside just getting beat up by this Slark. Dubu goes down as well. They're trying to get on it. He doesn't have his ulti. He just leaps away because they can't lock him down, but he might make it. There's a nice Yules in the air helping the Slark get out of there. Seb gets another stun up, and Abed, he's looking for this kill. Can they find it? It doesn't. Looks like it. They're trying to bring him down, and they just can't. The Bloodright, he leaps out of it.
Oh.
And now Jazz is just getting hit. There's going to be the roll. They just can't bring him down.
That's so cool. So when Slark gets banished, the Bloodseeker loses all of the move speed.
It's not over yet. Seb's coming in. He gets his Sandstorm. He gets his ulti up. There's going to be the Yules. He's still in Sandstorm. And guess what? Give me that permanent agility. Thank you, says the Slark.
That's just
Might have
it.
stopped cooldown, though.
You remember what I said the
efficiency.
counter to Bloodseeker was for Slark instead of Tranquil Boots?
What?
The salve? No-Tail salved Ana there. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I did.
He
Running
salved,
away.
he
Yeah, when
salved
he was-
Ana, and then Ana lived with like 100 health. He salved him and lasted for like 2 seconds, but it was actually the difference.
This is like...
That was insane. It
OG
makes it's game-changing to
There's
salve him.
There's no player like Ana, honestly. And there's no player that activates the way
Oh
OG.
no,
Wait, what?
Ice
What
just
the
getting
what?
run at right now. And look at that, he pops the Satanic, gets full health, just throws the ulti out, and whoa, they're gonna turn it around. There goes Jebs. That's a 5 times killing spree for the Slark. Now they're just gonna go for the racks, get to the Nimbus.
He had effectively, I think, 7,000 health on Slark last fight. Is there a damage taken stat in this fights? Do you know?
like get a Dota Underlords little
yeah,
sidebar up.
yeah, like how much he took? No, there isn't, right? Yeah, because in that
Dude.
one fight, he went all the way down to 0, Satanic up, and then went all the way down to 0 and survived through damage while he's healing. I don't know, it's insane.
It used to be Miracle, but within fights, like fighting versus running, right? So here he is, he's low, he pops his Satanic early, has the ultimate active as well, actually. Oh, however,
Salve.
yep, hang on, he's gonna continue to run. Yul's like his team
Fueled
just
by
doing
Sab, yeah.
so much to keep him alive, right? There's the salve,
Right there.
yeah, and then he just mans up on Abed and actually kills him as then he leaps again away from the Blood Right, the defensive disrupt.
Here
oh
we go,
my
though.
god.
Seb is kind of found out alone here. They are taking Roshan. Seb, he just stuns down, and guess what? They know the rest of the team's there because they just took Rosh.
I want to like listen in to OG sometimes. I don't know how much of this is like communication and how much is just intuitive.
Knowing what their teammates are
Yeah,
gonna
like I guess at the end of the day, the concept is simple, right? Just keep Ana alive.
do. You saw Ana go in, by the way, after pack was over, and he just trusted his Earth Spirit to silence the mag, who blinked in and got silenced by Earth Spirit. That was pretty insane. That was the start of the fight.
What the? He's just.
He's just diving in. He has the Satanic, has the Aegis now. They get a nice stun from Seb. There goes Abed. Can't even leap out. And it feels like this is going to be a easy set of racks top here. DJ will skewer back to the fountain, but Ana's camping him.
Dude. He's just gonna. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna
Okay,
lost
there
for words,
goes the
honestly.
Aegis.
What is it with the? How do you just show up at TI and do this?
He's been playing party queue. He's preparing all year for this.
It's counter to everything. Like he went on vacation for 6 months.
That's why. Healthy mind, my friend. There's going to be the other melee racks. We're going to go for the range racks now as well. Bottom lane still has a tier 2 up. Yep. Look at that. 14 at 3 and 5. 20k hero damage. 800 gold per minute on the Slark. He is having a great game.
Dude, but it's not just Ana. Like, it reminds me of Miracle back at TI7. Like, these players would not be the same. Like, before he was picked up by OG again, before they won TI last year, Ana was like swapping roles because he wasn't able to find a team.
Yeah.
Like, this only works. It's a team game, and I feel like no team exemplifies it more like OG. Yeah.
And we saw in the last fight, right? The healing salve, Seb with the Yules into the stun. They know exactly what needs to be done.
Just so much trust.
You realize the
Like,
Slark had to run while ruptured into the middle of 3 heroes to trust his Earth Spirit to get the silence off. That's what I mean by trust. Like, that's insane.
They are coming in to try to help him out. He only takes about 50% life now. Abed, will he be able to make it out? Looks like he will. Thompson rolls on uphill. Ice just getting run at elsewhere. They're heading back, and everything's just split up right now. They're just going to dive. Dubu's going to be the first one to finally go down. Thompson's still running. They are just actually playing around the Radiant Fountain right now. You see the Slark's pinging it out
Jack's
like, let's go.
space.
Yeah, he is.
He's playing to win, baby.
And there's going to be a smoke. They actually want to chase him right now. Seb running, has a Yules. Doesn't pop it, though. Goes back to middle. Currently, it is a 4v4 fight. No Crystal Maiden, no Shadow Demon. Tier 2 still stands, but it looks like they finally will bring it down bottom.
I like the way, again, just show the items real fast. Just OG, so just the casual bracers on all the heroes. I love the skill. It's just so good. Everything they're doing is so good. They have so much survivability on all of their heroes that it's impossible for Fnatic to play and win fights the way that they need to, which is to burst down a hero, find the next kill, and then be able to chase for more with the Bloodseeker's speed. Like, they have so much reach with their 2 cores, but if they can't find the first kill, then they can't abuse their ability to find, like, exit kills, you know? It's similar whenever you see, like, a team playing with Disruptor, right? If you're on the back foot, the hero looks worthless. However, if you get that first kill, you're starting to win the fight, it's always easy to find one more. And Ana's going to hit 25 by, like, 34 minutes. Whoa.
Hero damage done. Zeus still on top. Obviously a ton of magic damage, but this Slark reigns supreme on the physical.
Already sold his Midas. That's okay.
want
Locked
it.
himself in above 90%, hopefully.
And well, doesn't look like they want to commit quite yet. They know. Obviously, if you get like an RP skewer
That's calculated.
into a
when he
blood
sold
right,
that
it hurts.
exactly.
Just don't risk it.
Yeah, it's just uphill battle for Fnatic for sure. They really didn't play too poorly. Just one fight. It feels like a lot of OG games just come down to the one fight.
Yep.
It's the way they play the map, though, right? In the drafts they have, that they set themselves up to only have to win one
Dude,
fight.
and not just, again, look at their towers.
Yep.
You made this point at the start of the game, BSJ. You're kind of giving OG at least half the map when you don't kill their tier 1, specifically that tier 1 mid.
Silence coming out. Slark eats it. Does have to pop the Satanic. Fully heals, though still has the ultimate.
The Rupture's already out because of that stat.
Magic damage. There's DJ. Get a hit 2 on that. Doesn't get the banish off in time. A big ulti coming out from Dubu. No Tail's gonna die. Has to buy back immediately. We will see on the backside. Dubu is just getting swung at. Ana is back in there. Doesn't really have much more abilities. Is gonna have to just run away here. Can they try to clean him up on the backside? There's the Ember. Abed's looking. Jabs. So low though, Thompson goes for the kill, but a nice cancel from Ice 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 Lightning Bolt. And oh no, they've got him leeched out. It's gonna be Abed going down. And it looked like they might have been able to turn it, but you're so far ahead right now.
Yeah, I knew they were up by 20K, but how the hell did they win that fight on OG? It just looked like a lost fight from the very beginning after the 2-man RP skewer into the base. Ana basically was at 25% health without hitting a single hero. He is controlled up by chain, silence, everything. Instead, he just lives because he has the Satanic. This build is honestly a genius. Watching it come into fruition during these fights.
Oh, no Tail. Still ruptured. Taking a lot of damage, 50 HP, but Thompson's gonna try to help out. Abed has to buy back. There's gonna be a slight. Gets the kill. Jarrek's in a lot of trouble as well. Might just die to the root. He will. Gets the double kill, but now Thompson is on top of him. But over here, yep, the Satanic doesn't get it off. Jabs gets the kill. And that's big. That's 4 heroes down. You don't get Megged quite yet. Thompson, he's low, but they won't chase after him.
The butterfly on the Bloodseeker is huge. The damage output is sick, and now all of a sudden it's much harder for Ana to go toe-to-toe with him. Slark's not really an MKB buyer. And, you know, you're not out of the woods yet as Fnatic, but you definitely just bought some breathing room. Roshan won't be an objective for some time, unfortunately. But and it's the same thing as you said earlier when they found the kill on Seb top, right? It feels like whenever OG find kills, they immediately translate it into at least map control, oftentimes multiple objectives. Fnatic, every time they get a fight win, like it's 25-33, but look at the map.
Yeah, they're resetting the map rather than
Exactly.
getting an advantage. I feel that when you're playing against OG, you're playing against a better team. The way you see that it's a better team is that every fight going into it, the map is in their advantage. Their efficiency, the distribution of resources, everything is in their favor. I'm just, you know, overriding the tops in there because I know he's just going to get out perfectly, you know, something like that. But it's just because they're more efficient on the map. They just know how to put their heroes in the right places. It's such a complicated subject to try to explain because it's just, as a unit, each player has to be in the right place, behind the right hero, in the right lane, trying to counter the opponent's movements, who's showing in vision, who's not. So many factors.
Almost gets caught out right there, but No Tail just TP's right in the middle of all of them, and it looks like this Magnus might be the first one to fall. Thompson goes in, but there's a nice Blood Rite, silences all of them. There's gonna be an ult in the backside. Ice 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 taking a ton of damage. There will be a Yules into the air though. Jab just wants to TP out the BKB there. Same with Abed. Ice 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 will fall, but he's just sitting there and it barely makes it out.
AC on their spirit.
Look at the lines drawn. Jarrek's.
Let's
No
go.
BKBs, no Zeus, no Mag. It's go time, folks. And AC on Earth Spirit. I love. This is something, you know, again, I hate, you know, I don't know why I keep comparing OG and EG. It just seems to make the most sense.
They have very similar names.
Very
Val,
similar.
Yeah,
G.
But the game EG lost against Infamous, they had like one teamfight item, and we were criticizing them for it. That's a mistake OG just never makes. And I see this with Secret as well, the team that's dominated all year. They always prioritize these teamfight items, and I just don't know why other squads aren't on the same page. Like, they will always pick up the item that their team needs over selfish decisions.
They're just jumping in, and yeah.
Ana was at the secret shop picking up his business.
Oh my goodness, so much damage done, and that's going to be No Tail going down first. Jarrek's and Thompson taking a ton of damage as well. Will pop the BKB, finally rolls on through. Now they're going to try to turn it on to DJ, but the BKBs are going to wear out soon. Maybe they can find Jabs, so he doesn't have his BKB up for 1 second. And he won't, he just goes down. He does have buyback, though. He probably will have to use it. Thompson will get his roll canceled, but on it, jumps down the hill. Will hit onto Ice Ice Ice, and this should be a kill. It will be Jabs now. Gonna look to square up on the Slark. The Slark's stolen so much agility, so much armor. There's the Satanic, goes back to full HP by DJ. Jabs pops his BKB, gonna try to chase after Seb. Will he be able to find it? But a Slark is going to get Abed, and he gets a bash, but the 4-step away. He gets the slide, gets the chains, and now they might be able to turn it onto this Slark. It's going to be tough. Look at that. He has 51 agility.
Just hit him.
Oh my goodness, it's so much. 51
He's
stacks,
21
pardon
stolen.
me. Yeah, he has a lot of armor right now. 48 on the Slark, a Lincoln's from his friend as well.
Usually when Slark is locked in place like that, he dies. Just wanted to say that. He's usually reliant upon his mobility, and that is not the case here with the build Ana has gone.
Unfortunate, Dubu will just get stunned up. Oh, Glimmer Cape, no detection. Oh, give me that, hits him. Dark packs away, and look at that, just gets out. DJ in a little bit of trouble, will go down as well, and it looks like OG is gonna clean up game #1 triple kill. Will he go for the rampage? Seems like he wants
7
to.
seconds on the
We're
ultimate.
gonna see it, there it is. There's gonna be the satanic pop. Ultimate coming up in 1 second. There's gonna be another kill right there. On it going for the rampage, will he get
What?
it? No, it's
Dude,
stolen by Thompson.
Thompson kicked him too, man. Like, he actually had to...
He did it on purpose.
He used an
meant
extra
to.
nuke that finished off the kill. That was completely unnecessary.
Wow.
Dude,
What
The camaraderie from Thompson.
What a
man.
game from OG. Fnatic, they had a few good team fights, but even after those team fights, you guys brought it up, there just wasn't many objectives taken.
I know it's only group stage, right? But TI8, was it a fluke?
Are you asking us?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
What if I say
I thought you were
yes?
asking them.
You can prepare to
Then
be
you're
assaulted
dumb.
in your DMs, that's for sure.
Okay.
Now, they are looking exactly like they did last year.
Yeah.
You know, and it's funny because coming in here again, they had the underdog. The thing is, I do not think they're going to have underdog status going into the
Yeah.
main stage this year.
Yeah, it was funny. I was talking with No-Tail at lunch about like the importance about how at TI it feels like some teams like come together, they get stronger. Other teams they start to fade, they tilt, right? And we got into this discussion about. Well, I made the point that hey, it's proven scientifically that if you believe you will achieve something, it's more likely that it'll happen. And he's like, yeah. There's and he links me this YouTube video of like the philosophy of belief, and he goes into how like that's like one of their core concepts, and it's beautiful. Like you can tell, you can watch them play, you can see it in the multiple documentaries that we've already seen coming out about their success. They just believe in themselves. Doesn't matter if they lose the lanes, the draft, 2 out of 5 games in a series. It doesn't change that they're
I
gonna win.
asked Matt earlier, the #1 question I asked him off stream, or Seb, was, when you were down, did you realize you were down? And he said, we don't think like that. We think, when are our timings? What items do we need? We knew we needed the level 15 on IO. And I think the most toxic thing you can do in a team setting, or just in Dota in general, is think about what went wrong previously in the game already. Like, that's something that's already happened.
Yeah.
Something that has influenced what the game situation currently is. OG, all they see is what's next. They don't think 20 minutes ahead. They don't think 10 minutes ahead. They don't think a specific amount of time. They just say, what is next? What are we trying to accomplish?
And it's so everyone knows that that's how you should play, right?
Yeah.
And in sport, it's the
This isn't
same
a
no matter
secret.
what it is. Like it's okay, guys, next play. It doesn't matter what's happened, what mistakes we made to get us here in this rough spot. But it's like so human to not be able to do that.
It is.
Like you always dwell on the past. That's how we are. But, hey,
The mind-boggling part about the itemization and play of OG is I told you from a Slark guy who's played 750 games of Slark exactly how Slark wants to play the game. And Seb's items fit that by going Hood, then Yules for himself, and then the teamfight item with Pipe, right? He knows the Slark's timings while he's playing Sand King, which the cohesiveness and just so synergy of OG is nuts.
yeah, a lot of teams, they got to put a puzzle together. And that takes some time. However, OG, they're just Play-Doh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does that make
I know
sense?
what you're saying. But you know what? I think we need to, calm down, take a break. And we are going to take a short break. But when we get back, I want 3 bullet points from both you on how Fnatic can switch it up and get this Game 2 victory. So we will have a short break. When we get back, you'll hear these two telling you how Fnatic's going to win. So stick around, and you'll see it. And welcome back. We just saw OG give Fnatic a little bit of a beatdown. Maybe not even a little. A medium to large amount of a beatdown.
It's not like a beatdown, you know? It's more of a just
section.
Yeah. It's methodical. It's like I'm trying to think of an example here. You remember watching Neo after he realizes he's the one, and he's just kind of like fighting the agent Smith, and then he just does it one-handed, looking over here like that.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're one-handing it. All right. But guess what's even better right now?
What's even better?
That we have a draft. We've got OG versus Fnatic, game number 2. And guys, I needed some bullet points, but how about you each just give me a thing? Are you looking for something different in the draft for Fnatic, or is it just going to have to be play style?
I'll give you all 3 of my bullet points real fast.
Let's hear them.
Please acquire Tower Push.
Okay.
Tower push was going to be one of my 3 bullet points. I'd say tower push, lane pressure, and numbers.
I feel like towers allow for all of these things, though.
Yeah, I just mean when I say lane pressure, I mean the ability to push out lanes quickly, such that you can match the numbers of OG more easily. I guess when you're coming to these fights, because it's so easy to say just show up to fights.
Yeah.
But if all the lanes are at your towers all the time and you're showing up to fights, that's what happens last game, where you win a bunch of fights, you kill people, and then the map is now just normal rather than any objective or control given to you. And the main thing about the numbers that I want to say is because OG is always known to just have more heroes than you expect them to have, and I want to see Fnatic combat that somehow.
I just want to bring up, this is where, you know, the thing about long group stages is that every team starts to sort of piece together different elements of the meta, right? Fnatic's second ban Ench, OG immediately banned Magnus. Like that's a really
because that was their
key
way
point.
of dealing with Mag.
And now that's just something to keep in mind. That's all. And I think that OG conceptually focuses far more on the ability to prevent, reduce, or amplify damage than any other team. It's a core part of their philosophy, and I feel like other teams have not caught up to them in that regard. Like they're really not even close. Like they stress that more than any other squad really ever has in Dota.
Guess what? You left a Chen, and there's the Earthshaker we thought we were going to see last game, but now we're getting it.
Quite possible a core Earthshaker.
Yep. I really like
except they're
core Shaker
really nice.
against ET.
Yeah. Exactly.
You just get on top of him. He's ET hates playing against high reach heroes, especially those with multiple forms of disable.
And heroes that you can't reliably stomp either. So if you put the Elder Titan Spirit onto him and he has the Ags, you know, slam jam all the way somewhere else.
That's the sound effect?
Yeah. Grant did it better than I did,
There you
honestly.
Okay. We see a Chen. We see an Earthshaker. Well, I don't even have to ask. It'll be the Crystal Maiden again. I feel like Crystal Maiden actually had a lot of really good ultis that game, but the problem was when you're down so much gold versus so many items in a pipe, like, you're a Crystal Maiden. So
Still haven't patched up the whole tower damage problem. You can look at OG's draft, and no matter what they pick, Chen can group up with 3 other heroes at 7 minutes into the game and take towers. And we see teams do that. We actually saw EG do that in game 1 against Infamous, I believe it was. And OG just it always looks so simple when they just show up to a tower with 3 or 4 heroes.
Yeah.
And a lot of times that's because they forced rotations elsewhere. They've been putting a lot of pressure either on heroes, on lanes, and then forcing reactions, and then knowing because one hero TP top, one hero TP bottom on the other team, if we bring 4 heroes to mid, the most the enemy team can have is 3. That's, you know, that's just quick maths, Kyle. 5 minus 1 minus 1 equals 3. That's why they bring me on here.
Yep, I appreciate that, BSJ. I was struggling for a little bit, but with you here, we're good now.
Sometimes I need to justify how I reached my conclusions, you know.
That's good. We're taking a lot of time on these bans.
Yeah. A lot of people are spending a lot of their reserve time on the second round bans, I've been noticing. I feel that most people go into the second round of picks with very little time left.
Most of the time, you know where your own draft is heading, and then you've got to just conceptualize where you think the enemies is, what you don't want them to pick based on what you want to play. And I think that's the part where you also have the most team input as well.
Sometimes you think, I want to pick maybe one of these two heroes going into that, and then you say, well, we would have to ban this, this, and this, and you go, well, we only have 2 bans.
Indeed.
Not
I
picking
just,
that.
I really am hoping we see a Fnatic like 4th pick DK. I want to just see some hero that can stand and hit towers. Another concern I had with the previous draft, we discussed how it's cool when you have 3 cores with different methods of ensuring they survive, right? Ideally, you have at least one that is just pure beef, just tanky, high HP, high armor. Another core that is elusive, right? In the previous game, all 3 of Fnatic's core heroes were like speed-based, right? None of them really truly want to commit to a fight. Ember, Zeus, Bloodseeker, they want somebody else creating chaos, and then they're going to collapse. I want to see Fnatic with a rock to balance their just lineup around when they approach team fights. I just think that makes it so much easier for them to play against OG, where otherwise you're kind of forced to like outplay them in these little micro engagements within the fight, and no one has the ability to do what Ana did, which was just hit people in the mouth and allow his teammates then to just cast their spells to keep him alive, to peel damage, you know.
What are the odds that
Everything.
we see some balls this game from Ana?
Some IO.
Yeah.
Well,
There we go.
we're gonna see an
Oh,
IO.
I'm good.
See, you say the line, Grant, because it was good.
What?
Last time, what Ana's wisp is.
Nah, you got it.
All right, well, most strats 4 protect 1.
Yeah.
But when Ana's playing IO, it's 1 protect 4.
It is. And are we guaranteed? I mean, we're not guaranteed that it's an on IO. Are you guys pretty convinced it actually
I'm
is?
convinced it is.
100%.
100%. Okay.
In
That is
fact, I
convincing.
will state right here and now
Yes.
that
You
I
will quit Dota forever if it's not.
No.
Okay.
I will. I'm gonna win TI-10.
If
And-
it's not.
Huh?
If it's not, you're going to win TI-10?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So what people at home, if you haven't been around for most of the season, maybe the last year and a half, if Kyle says that it's almost certainly going to be an IO carry, the odds of it actually being an IO carry drop drastically. So let's hope that we get to see IO carry again, because
Dude.
if you weren't here before, it is an Ag Scepter level 15 talent
Yep.
that makes the IO carry viable. He goes the Helm of the Dominator, which is a replacement for boots. You get 460, 470 movement speed when you're tethered to the creep, and so you don't need any boots. And then he goes for the Ags, and they hit this ridiculous timing at like 20 minutes into the game, where suddenly IO's just giving you the balls to the face, 155 damage per ball. Each one respawns every second, and it's a lot of damage for free.
Pretty insane, to be honest.
There's going to be the Ember to follow it up.
Are we going to see maybe the Wind Ranger again on OG? That's what they ran the first game. It's not necessarily a required combo, but what they did was the Wind Run Ags with the IO. Both of them were tethered, moving at 700.
770, I believe.
Yeah, there's a lot of move speed.
And then you also obviously have the focus fire. I mean, it was their like late game insurance, right?
Yeah.
Like if this somehow doesn't work out, well, now we have 2 heroes just smashing.
Yeah, his build was Helmdom, Ags, Heart, Maelstrom on the IO. So when you got the level 25, you had a Maelstrom.
It was pretty nutty. Kyle, I got a question. I know you don't like necessarily miss playing Dota most, but do you miss just drafting
Yes,
a lot? Like
every
I
day.
see you looking at these drafts, and you love the drafts.
Yeah, I think it's just the thing that makes Dota, like, that's why I love this game. If it weren't, like, I don't even want to get into what Han's drafting phases was like. I don't want to discuss lockpick ever again. However,
Dota.
this is just the coolest part of the game, I think. Because you're almost playing out the game in your head
Yeah.
as you're
Before it's
drafting.
happening,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like playing chess, except there's a bunch of other pieces in the box you can change out with your bishops and knights.
I love Legion Commander. I think a lot of teams have been underutilizing it or utilizing it incorrectly. And I'm excited because I'm yet to watch OG misutilize a
Anything.
hero.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, do you think people, like, I feel like we're guilty of it, the community certainly, other teams perhaps, that's what I'm asking you guys, but has everyone just underestimated OG? I didn't see a power ranking
Yeah.
where they were in, like, the top half of the tournament. I think their highest was 8 or 9.
the minute they got Ana back, I feel like a lot of people, jokes aside, memes aside, people did think that OG kind of just hit all the stars aligned last TI. They weren't necessarily lucky, but everything aligned where the meta fit them perfectly. They figured stuff out before anyone else. Their heroes they love just happened to end up being the most broken. All these types of factors, and I don't know. I watched their games last year, and when they were losing, they just made the most incredibly weird, cool, wonky plays to come back into the game, and that to me requires a ridiculous understanding of
Yeah.
Dota. And so I think that with this specific 5 players, they're insane. I love watching them.
I also feel like if I'm playing, if I make it out of group stage here, I'm spending a lot of time on my off day, not necessarily looking at the OG drafts, but studying their bans. I feel like there's a lot of information to be gleaned from that. Notably, in this one, of course, the mag ban after the Ench ban, just to kind of give you insight into the way they approach that hero. But the Naga Gyro second phase after going Chen Shaker, I think makes a lot of sense as well. And I think Naga specifically is one of those heroes that could counter Wisp carry, right? Or you just get the Diffusal Manta, like you net him, and just,
What are you gonna do?
yeah. And also the team fight then. You just can song and surround.
What about this Timber Saw? One of Ice's best. If you didn't know, obviously IO, for some reason, this Ball of Light is a strength hero.
Yep.
You like the Timber Saw here?
It is a standard good Timbersaw game. Chin creeps don't really do
Yeah.
anything to you. You have 3 strength
But-
heroes.
Dude, I hate their last ban. I don't think there's a universe OG's picking Monkey King. And if you don't pick something here to deal with an OD, I think that's the immediate pickup for OG.
You don't think they're, I mean, versus Legion, IO, Earthshaker.
But you already have... Wait, no,
or no, pardon me, versus Ember and Timber Saw. Sorry, I was looking the other way.
Oh
Dude,
my god.
Jesus. Like,
oh, just
oh my
hand it
God,
to
your
him on a
hand-
silver platter.
like, what?
We already said OD, and then they just pick a hero that is hard countered by OD. This is when they pick... Do you, as OG, being secured upper bracket, just pass on the OD, saying, we
Nah,
know
dude.
we could win this game with OD, and just not pick it?
How do you ban Monkey King? I understand it's a rough lane matchup, but it's about the game.
Yeah.
You have supports that just crush Monkey King throughout the game. You have so many stuns. You have a Timber Saw.
Yeah.
Like, you know how impossible it is to play Monkey against Timber? Like, you mess
And
up
Ember.
once. Ugh. I mean, you have options for OG. I don't want to say it's definitely an OD,
But
but
that's the best
like,
pick for
look-
you
It
guys.
hard
Look at
counters
this.
all 3 cores on Fnatic. All 3 of them. You don't get that pick very
you
often.
even have support for like
You have the
heal,
Legion.
you have sustain. It's such a great hero here. Alternatively, you could go perhaps something like a Pugna. It's going to be a Thompson hero.
I'm down for Pugna, even though it's not nearly
It-
as good. I just think that's more
Hold
likely
up.
from OG.
They could also be thinking about experimenting here. Maybe I say experimenting. Maybe it's just a Jarek's Wisp, Core Shaker, who's actually quite good against Timber in the game. A Core Shaker is excellent against Timber because you just have so much lockdown and you do so much raw damage as well, and you're a natural silver
As long
edge
as you make it
purchaser.
out of the laning phase, like,
Yeah.
not too beat up. Let's see. It's going to be the troll.
Jeez.
I
All right.
have to believe they would have picked OD at the main event.
Well, keep in mind, though, this is better synergy with their own lineup, and if there's a team that prioritizes their own 5 heroes in comparison to the enemy 5, like, it's OG, right? We've seen what Wisp and Troll can do. They have this timing when Wisp hits 25 where they actually just, like, went throne through backdoor the other day.
Yeah, they did.
Like, they just didn't care. It's kind of absurd. You want to explain why, in case anybody watching didn't witness that?
You can
Nah,
take
it's
it,
fine.
Kyle.
I'll do it.
Man, I'm just...
You know, we can watch. All right, because otherwise we're gonna just spoil it. It's like when you go to the movies
Yeah.
and you've already seen like the 2, like Godfather, right? Godfather
Yeah.
Part 2 is great, and everyone hypes up Part 3, and it's okay. Wasn't a winner.
It wasn't a win, but it was okay. So we're not believing in this Ice Timber Saw at all versus any of these guys. You guys are really liking OG's draft here, and just OG's play in general. It sounds like you enjoy them as
Hey.
a team.
Let's be real. This is if there were a Timber game, this is it.
Yeah.
Because
Even
they
Troll
really don't have an
doesn't
answer to it.
Even Troll doesn't deal with it very well.
Yeah.
If this was Fnatic with OG's draft, like if they swapped the heroes, I think I would still favor OG no matter what. Like I think both lineups have a win condition. I think they both like have a lot of the components that a lineup needs to have.
Yep.
But OG has this ball of light and saves and the ability to outplay with their heroes, and I believe they will always do that.
Doesn't Troll beat Ember mid? Like,
Oh, he should
relatively hard?
He should definitely win the matchup.
Because my thing is, we discussed tower pressure, and Fnatic, they don't really have too much, but theoretically, if this game's going well, they can get their supports aggressive, they can pressure OG and buy space for jabs just to hit towers, you can get ahead on map. Same with Timber, who isn't, like, he doesn't hit towers, but because he can tank them and just tank creep waves, it kind of works, right? I want to see them take tier 1s by 10 to 15 minutes. You've got to constrict the map and just, you can't let Ana just farm. You can't let OG just casually hit their timings. It's not going to go well for you.
But you do have more playing. So, say we do get to the end all be all. We've got all level 25 here. Is the IO plus Troll too strong, or is possibly this Morphling going to be able to out carry him?
I mean, the one thing about the Wisp carry is that it's static damage output, right? At least at the initial timing, 15, or level 15. And the Fnatic cores don't really care about that damage. Morph, Timber, super tanky, Ember, incredibly elusive, plus the Flame Guard. And I do like the way the cores have complemented each other. In fact, it's exactly what we had discussed previously, where you have one core, super tanky, Timbersaw, one core super elusive in the Ember, and then Morphling can be both. Technically, I guess Timber can be both, too. They got a ton of reach if they can just get a foothold into the game and then keep hunting.
Middle lane, they do high five, but it's not a friendly one. They hit each other quite a bit, and there we go. Another high five on the way out, though.
I wonder what the idea for Ana is here. He has Soaring Axe queued up. I know it's way too early to assume when you look at his items that he's going to buy those, but he obviously is buying the Soaring, and I haven't seen him buy this before. It's just fascinating. He had a pretty cookie-cutter build, I'd say, going into the last games. He'd go Ring of Basilius, Helm of the Dominator, and then the Ags. So if he's going to differ from it, I'd be curious to see how it plays out and why.
And they get 3 of the bounty runes. I like that. The IO just heads down bottom, and the Chen's like, the IO shows himself, and then the Chen instantly recalls, and they're like, oh, wait, we can't get these top runes because of that. It's a quick one. Quick gold lead coming on the side of OG. A full Ring of Bassi already on the Chen. Yep, we see it. This Bassi, it's seeming to be the little item of the tournament. That 500 gold item we didn't see much of the year, and now everyone's getting one a team.
On IO specifically, it pays off so much dividends because you also give yourself the extra 0.6 times the regen you're giving to the IO, right?
Thompson's so smooth on Troll with the swapping, like, back and forth. He, like, pulls out the ranged axe as he throws, and it's back to melee immediately.
See, gets that CS. You can see all 3 lanes here. Well, they were trying to get him down bottom, but the Fisher won't be able to block him out. This is going to be, where do we think, where's the most action going to be this game, do you think? Is it going to be bottom, is it going to be top, or could it even be possibly middle?
I think mid's the lane to watch. I feel like everywhere else is just going to be a trade. Bottom, Seb might die here and there, but...
There's already a Jarek's middle, by the way, so... Oh, and he's going for the high five. He might bait it out. Jarek's going to be here. Is he going to throw the stun out? There's going to be the slight. He baits it in, and there's going to be a block. 2 more attacks from Thompson. He'll throw 1. He'll throw 2. I lied.
Back to melee.
3.
Dude, you see what I mean? He's back to melee for the slight move speed.
Just good plays. Amazing plays. And it's going to be the first blood, and that already hurts, because Abed, you know, he's the playmaker. He's the Ember. He wants to get runes. He wants to go to other lanes. He wants to start that, but you start off a little bit bad early. Now top lane, they're just chasing down DJ right now. Jarek's already rotating there, and man, Jarek's 2 minutes in already making so much space. I say, he's only level 2 Timber, so he doesn't even have a point in his Whirling Death yet. We'll see it's a double damage rune bottom, which Dubu will go and scout out.
It's just... sometimes you wish you didn't have to work the series, you know, just so you could sit back and watch it. Just enjoy it. In fact, viewers at home, you know, this is a treat. It's TI9. We only get this once a year, and I'll be honest, I don't know if we'll see something like what OG's pulled off thus far in groups, like, ever again. At least maybe till next year, assuming they stay together.
So, let's say, who are you saying OG is now your favorite to win TI after watching all this? Are you really going to put them ahead of, say, someone like Secret?
I don't know if they're the favorite, but I'd say they're the team to beat.
Okay.
Like, I think that people slept on them, including myself, and watching them, you've got to assume that, you know, they are the reigning champs, right? But I feel
They
like
are.
you compare the hype around Team Liquid last year to the hype around OG this year, and I
Didn't feel
just,
like there was.
yeah, exactly. But
And there should have been, according to this. And middle lane already, Abed. All he has is his healing salve, and the one tango he's eaten, he will be flying out a full bottle now. But Jarek's just sitting there. He is quite the nuisance on this hero. It is 16-4 versus 14-1. So besides that kill, it is reasonably even. Top lane, Ice. He is tanking up. He will get his farm on this hero. The problem is, people can just run away from you because
Yeah.
you're a Timber Saw. That's always going to be the problem.
that is the name of the game when playing against Timber.
Yep, middle lane, Abed. Oh, going for the kill on Thompson. Who's going to get it? Abed will pick it up. Jarek gets the solo kill because of that, but Abed needed that. And Jabs, he'll give him the tip for it.
Jarek says, thank you for the mana boots.
Yeah. Like, you know,
8.5 minutes into the game.
Abed's like, I'm happy, but Jarek's is like, so am I. And only Thompson really going to be, you know, a little bit sad about that, but he does help his support out. And it will be a rune again, bottom. Dubu scoops up the Invis rune. Jarek's won't be able to get it. 1.1k on that Earthshaker, as you said. And he buys the Soul Ring instead.
Batesman the Sentry just doing home. Mid lane.
Rolling on through. He knows he's here. So when do you go Mana Boots and when do you go Soul Ring Tranquil on Earthshaker?
I think the Soul Ring is just for the HP sustain. He wants to stay on map. I actually feel like Arcane's is too early, and there's also no one on his team that really needs them in this game.
Like, sure, some people like him, but it's not like
Yeah.
we have to have it. Bottom lane, they're going to go in. Seb will take a little bit of damage, but Dubu, he is super low himself, and Jarek's going to start rotating down. Seems like Jarek's is the main man this game, making stuff happen.
The keys for OG are going to be to play away from the Timbersaw. Fnatic, you want to get Abed engaged. The only downside of their draft is that they don't really have a natural playmaker, with the exception of the Ember Spirit. We see in the picture-in-picture, Timbersaw picking up the kill. Thompson gets dove.
He
He
is.
salves.
Oh
Oh my
my.
god.
Gets the salve off, gets level 6 now as well, and Seb gives a tip to his teammate. Jarek's gets another kill onto Dubu, and man, it's a slaughter right now. 2-5 already. 7 kills in 5 minutes.
The concern with the OG lineup, though, is we brought it up in the draft. They don't have anything to deal with Timbersaw. This hero is invincible until later on in this game. Much later.
Who builds a spirit vessel, Kyle?
Oh, nice deny
Is
there,
it the
sorry.
Legion?
I'm not sure. I think it might be Jarek's. But yeah, actually, you're right. It is LC. You should
He's
do it.
getting dove out right here. There's going to be the Timber chain over. DJ has one more freeze, and there it is. Just saw him up with that whirling death, and that's going to be a kill.
It's really well done by Fnatic. You want to play around your Timber. The same way OG want to avoid him. He's by far the strongest hero on map right now in this game. And Fnatic can just group up with their two supports. It's very effective.
Nice sleep onto No Tail.
That's it.
Does have the Frostbite in 1 mana. Does have it now.
Yep,
Oh,
Abed.
he purges
here
off
as
the
well,
searing chains with the creep.
but it won't matter,
Still
unfortunately.
stylish on the play there.
4 to 5 now, though. Quick 2 to 3 kills for Fnatic there, and they're upping the pace themselves right now. Look at it. It feels like this IO can't really do anything in this lane right now. The tower
Yep.
is going down. You don't hit the tower very hard as Timber, but guess what? You tank it for your
Exactly.
creeps the entire time. Bottom, Jab squaring up against Seb right now. Level 5 Morse for level 5 Legion. It is a bottle from Seb, so he does get his HP and mana back. But it's tough. You never really want to dive a Morphling ever.
I think he's trying to bait, yeah, with the fissure.
Still no duel.
He has no agility left to morph.
It's getting scary. He will turn into someone, but he's just getting right click now. He will change back to the Morphling. He doesn't have a wave form. Ice gets to top tower, tries to stun him. Dubu comes down here, but it's not enough.
How does Seb
They
know
claim
to
under the
kill
tower.
him there? That's insane. He just went on a Morphling who had about 1,000 HP still to morph and just kept hitting him with Legion. Forced him to man up on him like that. Knowing how many heroes Fnatic TP top to make that rotation,
So much cool.
yeah, those balls blowing up is a really good feeling. Kyle mentioned it. You get the full damage when those balls
Yeah.
explode.
They already get the counter ward there. They know. I mean, everyone knows. Where's this IO gonna go when you're playing on Dire? He is always gonna sit by this shrine. So you want to get a ward down, but it's so hard to pressure that, especially with the Chen on the
Same
team.
idea why Alchemist is super busted right now. It's really hard to invade this area this early in the game for these heroes. So any hero that can really capitalize on those camps stacking and finishing them off is just really good.
And now Seb, he's going to be the one to try to defend. Ice already so tanky. Level 7 with 4 in that reactive armor. Has a soul ring as well as mana boots, and he can just tank this tier 2 tower.
They rotate tops in the bottom, they put IO mid, and they put Legion top. These are the type of things you can watch in terms of map distribution. I know we're kind of just highlighting what OG's doing in this game, but like Kyle said, you know, they are the team to beat, and they've proven that their methodology of playing the map is better than anyone else at this current moment, at least the teams they're playing against.
Still, just Ice Seb going at it, that tier 2 tower.
He has
Ana
max
just
press
farming
the
middle.
attack, by the way, on Seb. I was not ready for that. That's new.
Oh, it's the heal.
It's the purge of the Q, too.
Yeah, you heal the Wisp as well later on in the game, and it's like you heal Wisp right now, and whoever he's tethered to, like it's like plus 800 health for the pair of them.
No tail. He's doing some crazy stuff over
Yeah,
here. He
he's
was just falling around. I don't even know if he's
No, he's
making
cutting the
space.
creeps. You can't deal with Timbersaw. You literally cannot address him. So he's trying to deal with the creep wave. Seb just all-ins for the catapult. Just desperately trying to slow down this pressure top. Why? To buy on a space. Check out where he is. That's right. Just farming up. Has the HOD. Going now for level 15 and the Aghanims.
You are losing a tower, and probably Seb here. Oh, no.
I'm telling you, he legitimately maxed his W in order to occupy the lane that Ice is in, so he can continuously purge off the Whirling Death debuff.
Yeah, you're right. Like, he can't offensively threaten Timber, right? But he can kill the creep waves and keep himself alive.
Yeah.
Dubu, was he trapped in? Not quite yet, but he is going to be surrounded by 3 heroes. Gets a nice stomp. Will he actually be able to make this TP? Nice job by Dubu. And top, Seb still getting run at. The rest of his team is going to be here. Will they be in time? No. Ice gets it. Will he be able to get the tower? There's a lot of heroes coming up here, and he doesn't do the most damage to this tower, just tanking it up.
He can't die, though, and he has CM aura, too, so it's not as if he'll ever have to leave this half of the map.
The average player, if you're playing as a hero like Timber, just gets super frustrated. We're losing our tier 2 at 10 minutes into the game. OG knows this is going to happen, right? They know this is expected. Their job is to just delay it as long as possible. And so even though Legion dies there, he kind of has to do that. And it's Fnatic making the right play. It's a really good rotation by Dubu. But by no means is this like, why is Seb just feeding to this Timbersaw? Somebody has to feed to the Timbersaw. He's just trying to make it take as long as possible. And it did take, I think, 4 creep waves for the Timbersaw to finally kill him.
Oh, tops and bottom as well. This is a level 10 troll, by the way, at 10 minutes in. Dubu will get the stomp off, wasn't headed down, but just tries to run into the trees. Abed's here, level 8.
What?
They try to go in, can Topson, he's just gonna run away, gonna throw the axes. Now he is gonna get bulleted under the tower. Here comes another spirit. Abed just chasing him. Topson just doesn't seem to care what's going on. We'll jump forward again. We have a slight plus chains up in 3. Sanson Topson, he's just gonna get run down here, it looks like. Oh, pops the ulti. Right clicks, and look at this. He's just gonna survive. They're scared he's gonna TP in. No, he's gonna move forwards. Gets the whirling axis so he can't do damage, and he survives.
It's like
He's just clowning.
he's just toying with them.
Doesn't need to be careful, though. There's going to be the bolas as well, but guess who's coming on down? He's actually going to take him back. Let's heal up, friend. Goes all the way back to the fountain. Top, they're going for Seb now. Ice still chasing after him, almost level 10. Doesn't have his chakram quite yet.
I know he died, but Seb has kept his tower alive. This is so important. Look at where Fnatic's playing. They wanted to have rotated towards this tier 1 mid, connect on your Morph or your Ember Spirit. Instead, they're forced to just stay top. Stay top. Now look, Shaker with the Blink Dagger. That's a huge equalizer. It's only 11 minutes into the game, and he gets the deny.
Nice
Dude, that...
Still going in. Seb will just purge it off again.
Understood what his job was at the start of the game. He knew. Look at the way he's playing. This is hilarious. I don't think I've ever seen a 1-4-1 Legion in the history of my life.
So it sounds like you guys are saying this game's over.
No.
It's not over. They're just
It
playing.
just sounds like
Yeah.
that's what you're saying right now.
Fnatic's not doing anything wrong. They're playing this game properly. It's just so cool watching OG address like
problem.
yeah, and now because so much time and space has been bought top. Yeah, sure. Seb trades his life twice, but he gets the deny, and he gets what 4 or 5 minutes of time. That means the blinks picked up. That gets them that kill on Ember Spirit.
They don't get the tower, though.
And now Ice is going to rotate to bottom, which is what's going to zone the troll from playing bottom. But that whole process has been stalled, and that's the point. You're waiting for this IO Ags. They talked about it. Once you get IO Ags with level 15, there is no stronger hero in the game at that current moment. So they just have to make sure they lose as minimal towers as possible by the time before that happens.
Nice. He's rotating on, has his hood now, so still unkillable as it comes.
Thompson has a defusal coming out soon, 300 gold, which means that even though they may not kill the Timber quickly, it will be mana burned all the way down to 0 if Troll's allowed to wail on him.
Nice. 4-0-0, and he's actually going to look for Jerix. Jerix does have the blink. He didn't see him, though. He is going to get rotated on middle. It's going to be Anna as well, taking a ton of damage. There's going to be a sleep up. This Earthshaker looking to fall. There's going to be a heal from the Chen. Almost fully heals every single hero. They're all rotating in mid, but you can't do anything. Ice. There goes Anna. Ice owning. They get another one. No Tail goes down as well. And Ice is doing it all right now, trying to clear all the creeps. Thompson does get bottom tower, but they're going to lose their middle tier 1 here as well.
Yeah, Fnatic's playing this game well, absolutely. I really like the way they're playing. We're just we're just excited to watch OG, but Fnatic is putting on a much better show this game.
It's just because we're marveling at OG something because Fnatic is in so much of a stronger position in the game. Like OG can do nothing but buy time. I don't think all 5 heroes collapsing on Timbersaw will kill him right now. Like you actually cannot kill Ice. Thus, wherever he shows up, OG's only hope is to just sort of run. Have you seen Attack on Titan?
I have not.
No? Okay, it's like these humans have to fight like giant man-eating giants, right?
Yeah.
A lot of it's just distracting them. And that's what OG's doing here.
Have you looked at Seb's item build, Grant? This is a Spirit Vessel First Legion. We talked about this. This is his job in the game, is to shut down this Timbersaw.
That's another reason I like watching these, because, you know, it makes us look smart. Because if we feel like we know the right thing to do, you can assume that Seb does too, right?
And it's much easier to say what you should be doing when watching the game than when you're playing.
Is it
true?
I mean, because he's so far behind, though, he's gonna have a Yules before he has a Spirit Vessel, and it doesn't feel as impactful, right?
Yeah, you still require it though, and they're gonna have the Diffusal Blade plus Earthshaker. So a lot of disabled Spirit Vessel simply makes it so while you're dealing damage, he isn't regenning all the way through the damage.
Yeah.
So they have the ways of still killing him despite the Yules. Like, yeah, the Yules is good because he's going to purge the Spirit Vessel and he knows this is coming. Heads up, like, item purchase.
Oh, blocked in. It's going to be Abed. Nice Centaur Stomp. We have another one. He's going to chain 2 of them together. They're going to summon in Thompson as well. There's going to be an ulti, but he dodges it. Jarrett gets outplayed, and now Ice, he's in here as well. He is going to blow him up. There goes Jarrett, and there's going to be Dubu ulti. No, but he gets netted immediately by Thompson. Thompson has to use the ulti. Still has a magic wand as well, just life stealing. Jabs is here, just right-clicking him down, and he is in a lot of trouble right now. Ice is just absolutely stomping him right now. Seb gonna try to run away. There's gonna be the stomp. It is the kill. Dubu on a killing spree, and they are now 1,000 gold up. That was a 4-for-1 trade. No, it's gonna be more than that. It's gonna be a 5-for-1 trade, plus all the Chen creeps as well. Fnatic taking it to OG right now.
They're doing a great job. It's all because they've got just presence in the enemy jungle. It's important. You want to try and shut down OG's time. And, you know, credit OG for buying time, but it's tough. Like, they've already killed 3 of your towers. It's so much easier now for Fnatic to control the map. Look at the circle drawn. That's where they want to continue to play. And it constricts OG's map. Like, that's how you have to beat them. If you try and play a 50-50 game against OG, I feel like you're always going to come out behind because they're just too efficient, and they are the best at getting just wringing every drop of utility out of each gold and every item that they purchase. But if you can just now play aggressive, continue to camp your Timbersaw, just when you see OG heroes, just go for them. They still can't team fight you.
As of now, the status quo of the game is going to remain the same. Fnatic's in complete control. We need to wait for the Spirit Vessel on Legion as well as the Ag Scepter on the Wisp. Those are the go time for OG.
Yep, BKB on Troll will also be synergized with those times.
When you're in a weird spot like this that OG's in, you just have to ask yourself, when will things potentially change? When can we turn the tides of what's happening in this game? And that's the way they like to think, and it's really important as a Dota player that anyone trying to get better sees what they see. And as of now, Fnatic needs to make sure they keep pushing the issue because they know that timing is also good, but it's also their job to know what's happening.
A lot of damage being done to Thompson, obviously. Has that ulti for the save, plus a wand. Back out, or splitter used.
And OG is bringing a lot of resources to shut down this Timber's pressure, but they are doing it satisfactorily while And Ana is just bottom farming up that X. 500 gold off.
Yep,
after
there's
he
going to be a
finishes
stun.
that.
They're going to go up on DJ. He's going to blink forward, get another one. Tops in here, just burning some mana out with that defusal. Abed is here as well.
So dead.
As the drums, and yeah, Seb gets absolutely blown up. 1-for-1 trade there.
Look,
that
was that a
Ana can't
reload
die here, so
bottom?
This is a big deal if Ana dies.
He is, and Abed is running forward, has the chains, will use it, will get clapped, but Ice here, that is a strength here. Yules into the air, buying a little bit of time for him, comes down into the chakram, will head over to the creeps, doesn't have an ulti quite yet, does have a TP though, will try to get out of here. It's not looking good for Ana though. Abed and Ice hunting everyone on the map right now.
That is a really bad death by Ana there. If you had, like, the Legion dying top is really for the sake of Ana getting this Ag Scepter. That's why he's doing it, right? And now you basically
No,
just
he left the.
wasted that.
Oh no! Oh, he was
happened?
trying to save the DD for his Legion commander, but Abed comes through and pilfers it just in front of him.
And guess what? I believe that is it.
Spirit Vessel, 3 charges done.
It's a pipe and a Lincoln's on the Radiant Courier coming out.
And they have Blink Echo. The thing is, the timings would have lined up perfectly if Io had not died bottom.
Yeah.
But now they're going to be stalled out a little bit. Are they going to try to kill Ice here? They have Duel, they have Spirit Vessel. They're going to burn his mana, so he's actually not going to be able to use any of his defensive items. Echo Slam even expended, and
They get
Wow.
the
there
kill.
you go. That's the timing. You buy the Spirit Vessel.
And just like that, OG cut the lead in half. Goes from 5 to 3. They're going to get it down maybe to 2 as they look to outfarm Tops and #1 net worth in the game.
Yes, but then you look at the next two, and they're right next to him, and it is a Morphling, who is farming quite a bit. As you said, already has that Lincoln, 19 minutes, 3 raids, and treads.
He is going to have a pseudo Morphling Earthshaker this game. It's better when Earthshaker's on your team, right? Because you buy the Ags and you can just have him follow you around and you always morph into Shaker. But if Jarex plays off map, it's not quite as good.
And now Jarek's getting initiated on. Nice use of the bolas, waiting until all the creeps die and jabs. I'm not seeing it. I don't know how you control this Morphling. Morphling's going to get out of control. And
But is this the item
Yeah,
build,
time.
though?
I think
Lincoln's Ags?
with Earthshaker, why not?
True.
Just damage. You just one-shot Ana. You think he's going to be doing a lot with those balls, and then he gets one-shot. And all
Ember
of a
Spirit's a
sudden,
nice ally to take over as well. Just super mobile. You have the Flame Guard that's like a lingering buff on yourself. So it does
Thompson.
seem nice.
he is a little bit alone right here. Gets Yules in the air. He did just accidentally waste a chakram, though. There's going to be a freeze coming up from the Crystal Main. BKB pop now on Thompson. Maybe didn't think he had it. Ice goes up top. They knew the Yules was down, so he couldn't even take
I
up
was like,
that
where
Spirit
did that-
Vessel.
Okay, I was like, is there a Rubik in this game? No, he turned into Legion and saved his
Yeah.
Spirit Timber Saw from the Spirit Vessel by pressly attacking him.
Level 15 now on that Ember. Abed having a quiet but very good game. He does have 4 deaths, but 1, 4, and 11. What does he want? Looks like he's getting that Maelstrom up.
Ags is active on the Wisp, so if we
Not 15 yet, but
correct.
close.
That is the moment that they've been waiting for. And it's just so cool if we like scroll through the OG heroes real quick. You'll notice that all of the items that they've been picking up, with the exception of Notel, who doesn't have much in the piggy bank, have synergized, right? You've got the Diffusal, the BKB comes out, the Spirit Vessel comes out. They already had the Blink on Shaker for a while, and then level 15.
Top lane. Ice going to run in. They will get the freeze, and I believe this might just be a dead IO. Get to throw out the ulti. Yules into the air. Nice play by Ice.
So Yules doesn't cancel the reload, but if you're in the Yules, when the reload goes off, you don't come down. So he waits that 0.75 seconds. You have to wait, and then Yules, kind of like X on Kunkka. If you are, it doesn't purge the X, but if you're up in the air when he tries to get recalled by the X, then you dodge it.
Man, Ice having a near perfect game right now. Had that 1 death bottom, but didn't let it phase him.
Yeah, he's done that twice now. He's Yules blocked the reload cannon. It's really good awareness of how that interaction works.
And he's going Medallion next, by the way, after this pipe.
I'd really like to see Fnatic look to set up on Roche.
Oh, we're having a fight up here. There's going to be a Spirit. Abed's coming in on the backside, wants to kill that Chen before the ulti goes off, has stick, wants ulti. Will the Chen be able to get him up? He will, and uh-oh, Abed gets baited in by No Tail. Now they're trying to chase down. Ice could lose all of his mana because Thompson will inhibit, but gets the Timber Chain off, will get Spirit Vesseled.
No Yules Scepter.
Comes Ana, they're back, but Timber Chain's away again. DJ gets the freeze. BKB pop, but DJ has a Blink Dagger. On the backside, Jarek's taking a ton of damage.
Oh
Jabs as the
my
Morphling's here,
God.
but the perma-stun from the
Oh
Centaurs, and now
my.
Jarek, they get the kill. They get a freeze up on Seb, but he will just press the attack himself. And now DJ, he's just getting hit. He's going to try to pop the ulti. It's doing a lot of damage, but it won't be enough. There's the duel. There's the win. And now they're turning it.
That
I'm
was a
like,
huge kill on Crystal Man. He was out of Spirit Vessel charges. Go ahead, Kyle.
I'm just watching this game and I'm thinking, shit, guys, we're being too biased. We're focusing way too much on OG. You know, we gotta focus on Fnatic. And they played a solid game. I love the draft, but it just, like, OG's got that magic, man. And it's like you can't help but want to see more of it right now. It's just hot.
I am an OG fan straight, to be honest with you.
It's like a casual, and look, the one fight, they get Roche. How many times did Fnatic find kills without being able to capitalize on key
Ice,
objectives?
will he steal it? Oh, very close. Doesn't quite get it. They will put Seb. Doesn't have his press the attack up there, doing a lot of damage, but guess what? No Tails here. Gets some heals off Ice. Spirit Vessel again, taking a ton of damage. There's going to be the Yules, and the ball's still spinning. He's going to be rooted in place on the backside. Seb taking a ton of damage, will get brought down first. Thompson has popped that BKB as well as the ulti. Will find Do. It's a killing spree. No Tail dies on the backside. Jabs and DJ both get stunned by Jerix. Will they be able to get out? Abed taking so much damage from those spirits. Now Jerix gets the stun onto Jabs. Jabs gonna try to waveform uphill, get away from all this, but there they are. They're just getting slowed and they're just permanent. Can he get away? He's under his tier 1 tower, but who cares about a tier 1 tower at 23 minutes? He will go down, and well, you talked about Spirit Vessel against Timber and Morph. Pretty damn good.
They're going for ice.
Will they find him? They're gonna try.
The IO did
won't.
4,500 damage that fight. I'm pretty sure they're all just balls.
Yeah, a couple right clicks here or there. I mean, Ember as well did the same amount, but you lost the fight.
It feels like you have to work so hard. Fnatic have to work so hard just to keep like that slight lead, and in the matter of what, a minute and a half, OG just say, okay, thanks, that's mine now. And
Yep.
what's the win probability shift out of curiosity? Yeah.
Yeah.
75 to about 70 on the other side of things.
65% for OG right now. And
There goes the tier 1 tower.
he has the MKB coming out on Troll. The damage output's going to be pretty nuts. You're seeing the press the attack double value, or 2.5 times value when you press the attack, the IO. We saw there he was just tethered to Thompson. They're both just sustaining so much regen.
I'm starting to question, like, I understand, like, Morphags is pretty busted, but I question whether Jabs needed to just itemize for right click. Like, he had a free
do
game,
normal morph.
but what's the Lincolns for? Like, the duel? Seb is not a real hero at the moment.
Yeah,
He's
he
a
went
support.
phase boots earn, right?
Yeah,
Spirit
exactly. And there's nothing else Lincoln cancels. Who's he dying to? The Earthshaker. This should, if there was a game to go like right click, you know, lifesteal Yasha or even E-Blade, right? Like just raw right click damage.
Just go like
so
S
that,
and Y, so you
yeah, have Timber. That way you can have Timber going to the pit. You hit the Roche, you hit towers, but there's just no raw damage. And you know, Fnatic, you can play as aggressive as you want, but if you're not gonna try and go for the throat, at some point, OG's gonna bust it open.
And look at No-Till. He has 3 of the big mud golems. He has a lot of burst damage if he truly wants.
Dude, DJ is pretty farmed on Crystal Maiden, and he has the medallion of his own. Is that 2 medallions? No, he was going back for the Shivas on Ice.
And a blink on Sia, man. It's just you can see the difference in philosophy in these two teams, where Fnatic very much so itemizing selfishly, right?
Yeah.
They're going to.
Ooh. Sorry, Jerix. Looks to be getting taken down here. Do they got the detection? They do. Gets the kill on Jerix. And they are going to all TP here. Jabs could be in a little bit of trouble. Looks like he wants to stun Sev and TP out. It will work.
That was a nice stun.
Yeah.
Legion. The relocate, taking them back to the Radiant Triangle here.
Abed says hello. You got to be careful. You get netted once, you might just die. Even 8-1 attack took the risk.
I guess the Troll matchup against Ember is way better than it used to, because now you can't slide a fist during the room. And
You also buy
once you get
defusal now.
Yeah, once you get netted by Troll, he can actually just hit you over and over.
We're gonna
There's
jump
Morphags.
forward. Here we go. Can he hit? Oh my goodness. I don't think he knew Thompson had that much damage. The MKB at about 25 minutes
With
in.
press
and
the
he died.
attack plus his ultimate, he gets 340 bonus attack speed, and he has the 2 proc items like you said, so he just shreds. The MKB is magic damage against the Morphling, ignores the 29 armor that he has, and he just cooks.
Gets shredded.
Grant, I believe, was the proper word there.
Why aren't they putting more pressure from OG here? You just killed the Morphling.
Because you don't need to.
Yeah,
They already killed the tier 2 top and mid. Roche is dead. There's only one objective left that's free on the map, and that's bottom tower. So you get that. You get blink on LC. Like there's no rush. controls 4K ahead of the game. Like,
Look at the way Fnatic has to play. Earthshaker is effectively ganking by playing and hitting jungle creeps.
OG's farming in 3 different areas of the map where Fnatic is struggling to leave their base.
Get
Is he going to
ready.
be a solo kill here?
They have reload?
They have reload, yes, they do, and here it comes. The reload's going to go in, but Jarek's a little bit slow there. They're going to move forward. Dubu goes for the stomp. It hits, but the orbs, and he gets stunned, and he will go down. Jarek's takes the kill.
Yeah, and
And
what
now
I
he
meant by
takes Jarek's
effectively ganking, right? He's playing off map. They have no idea where he is. And once he comes out, once he finishes the jungle camp, he's like, oh, there's somebody top to kill. That's convenient.
They know where Ice is right now. Ice, actually, he's just trying to farm the jungle. Ana's like, wait, this is my jungle. And now everyone's TPing over. No Tails here as well. Ice, he might just go down here, taking a ton of damage, and the rest of the team is here. And I'm not sure. Ice,
Yeah,
I don't know why you're farming the dire jungle right there. I guess there's nowhere else to go, or
I don't know if this isn't a matter of tilt. Like this, you're lost if you're Fnatic now. Like you felt like you had the game in your control.
Yeah.
And like what, 2 deaths in a Roche, and then all of a sudden you've lost 4 towers, 3 more heroes, and you're just like, what? Like, how the hell are we losing?
So when you have an Earthshaker Axe type hero, you can sit behind one of your heroes and have them be a dangler, bait, you know, you can play together, protect each other. They have a Blink Crystal Maiden, they have a Morph Ember Timber. Aren't all these heroes meant to just clear waves? And you're just gonna feed one by one to the Legion Earthshaker. That's what's gonna happen. Like, they're all individually trying to play the map split.
Exactly, and there's no cohesion. Like, what was the power spike for Fnatic, right? Like, you had Timber like tanking tier 3, but your Morph doesn't actually deal any damage yet. CM with a Blink Dagger it's cute, but what's it accomplish? Like, what? You're not having issues with catch. You're having issues with survivability. You need teamfight items. You needed to be able to do Roche. You need to.
You have virtually no team fight on Fnatic, and you have 4 split pushers, and they can't split push because they're against Legion Shaker. And what I'm trying to basically outline for you is I don't see, when you say they're lost, that's why they're lost on Fnatic. You can't team fight, and you can't split push. So you have to smoke up and make a play, try to get a pick off on some crucial target, but you're going to run into a Chen, and I don't know how crucial of a target that's going to end up being here. I think OG's just going to collapse.
this is the bolas too, and yeah, they are going to try to collapse on the backside. Jarek's taking a little bit of damage, but it won't matter. Jab has to try to get away. He is turned into the Earthshaker, doing a little bit of damage. Will he be able to bring down the Chen at least before the fight? And he will. Doesn't have the buyback, so won't have the heal. He does have the Shrine, doesn't want to pop it because he's Spirit Vesseled on the backside. Ice trying to run away, but Thompson doing so much damage, doesn't get the root into place. And it looks like they will be able to make it out for now. Oh, on the backside, Jarek is going to jump in. Will they get the Morphling killed? They sure do. Ice is here now, going to try to go through. Ana has the heart, but it won't matter. Abed blows him up. Same with Dubu, but hold on. They go back. DJ goes down. Ice, he's under the Shrine. There's the Spirit Vessel, though. There's going to be a freeze. DJ has to buy back. They want to go for Thompson. Nice Yules to cancel out that ulti of Troll Warlord. He's trying to right-click. They get another freeze here. Dubu. There, but they can't get the kill, and they're just going to be able to bring down Ice. It looks like no, he's juking, he's jiving. Dubu going for the stomp. Will he get netted? No, he hits him, but Thompson doesn't care.
Oh my god.
They just can't kill him, and guess what? Ice is going to be next. No, he does get the kill, but he will go down to Seb here. Possibly Spirit Vessel is on him. Seb, he doesn't do any damage because of his build. Will it be enough? No, Dubu puts him to sleep, and now Ice, he will be fine. I don't know if you can get this kill, Dubu, but guess what? There's a friend in DJ who could come over, but No Tail's finally shown up after being dead. Just gets the Sentry for Sentry Ward. There's going to be a stomp. Dubu will throw it out. Shen in a little bit of trouble, but Seb just protecting. Crystal Nova flies. There will be a freeze, and Shen will get pressed the attack. Will he make it away? There is a stomp up, but no Spirit quite yet. DJ gets the freeze. They get the kill, and they win a team fight. A long, drawn-out team fight, but they do win it.
Do lose out in 3 wins. And again, I point to this Lincoln's on Morphling as just a perfect example of one of those items that just doesn't. Building raw damage is a form of team fight in a sense, or rather not team fight, but it's like a team item in the sense that you now threaten buildings and objectives better, which helps your team. It means that, let's say you get 20 seconds of space, you're now able to get more out of that time. Lincoln's is just a dead item in this game. That's what, the 4th time I've seen Jabs die to Jerax? Like, it's nearly 5,000 gold on an item that is effectively worthless.
The only reason you can rush Lincolns, I believe, and like the effectiveness that the item has, is it allows you to split push in a survival manner that you're basically unkillable. You can build on like Weaver, you can build on Morphling. In games where once you have that Linkens,
Yeah.
the enemy team
Yeah,
cannot kill you.
Exactly. You're able to play far more aggressive, so you're getting like the extra wave or 2 waves even, because you can play that like 4 steps more forward because you're just not going to die thanks to this item. It was just not the case in this game.
Smoke gank up top, though, from Fnatic. They know where Seb's at because they see him. The overwhelming odds of Creeps. Will they try to jump in there?
He has the Maelstrom queued up on IO, and let me just say that he's played IO
Seb
with Troll.
will go down. Nice catch there by DJ. Crystal Nova for the vision, then get the freeze to cancel the TP.
Every IO game has been with a Troll or a Wind Ranger, 2 heroes that attack really fast. And so once he gets to his level 25, the late game prowess
like
of the IO is pretty insane with that level 25 talent.
And that's what I mean. Like Fnatic, keep in mind, they last banned Monkey King.
Yeah.
Like we were looking OD, but you know I wouldn't have minded a troll ban either under the circumstances.
Because that's what they played it with, Troll or Wind Ranger.
No, it's not the same combo with a Monkey King.
And there's going to be another smoke up. They probably make play. There's a smoke from OG as well, but it's going to cancel. DJ gets the freeze. They're going to look to get Ana. They can't quite do it.
Buyback from Legion forced with no fruitfulness, I believe. I don't think OG is going to be able to do anything with that.
I mean, it's still scary, right? You have this hard on Ana, but you have the natural order from Elder Titan. You have a ton
Somebody-
of damage. What's going on?
Does anyone have a Spirit Vessel on Radiant?
I don't believe
No.
so.
Why not?
Good
You
question.
tell us. Why not? They are going to go in. There's about to be a fight. Thompson is level 24. He will get disarmed, though. The Heaven's Halberd coming up from Ice Ice Ice. A nice item choice. They do get stomped in the backside. It looks like this is going to be a poke and prod kind of fight. No one wants to commit. Earthshaker on one side, Elder Titan on the other.
Even with his heart deactivated, IO has 45 health regen, which means that whoever he's tethered to has 67 health regen, which is just insane sustain in the middle of these fights. And he's got so many ways to remove the roots and disables of Fnatic on Thompson. He's got the W from Legion, he's got this Manta, he's got BKB, he's got his ult.
They're trying to run uphill right now. Ice 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 just tanking him. He is disarmed again on Thompson, taking a ton of damage.
He's just in. Oh, nope, guys. And let me get full health. And now Thompson's going to run right back in again.
We have Purge. Ice Ice Ice. He doesn't mind, though. He's just tanking him up as well. Abed has to get out of there. Thompson does get Yuled into the air. There's a nice stomp on the backside. They're holding him in place. They're just buffing him up. DJ needs to try to run away. Can't even make it out. They don't have any sort of Glimmer Capes. He has a Stolar Crest and even uses the ult. He dies immediately. They will change 2 of them together, and they're just going to jump. There's going to be finally the taunt up on Dubu. Will they get the damage? It doesn't even matter if they do. They get the kill either way. And now Ice 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 is getting beaten down by Ana as well as Thompson. Ulti on the backside coming from Jarek just to solo kill this Morphling, and they get it. Abed, the only one alive, and he'll probably survive, but guess what? All your friends are dead, my friend. Oh, they're going. They wanted it, but they won't quite find it. And this game is looking all but over. They do have the glyph.
The only thing I have to say on this game is that OG recognized we need a Spirit Vessel to win. So a hero that never, ever itemizes for it, the Legion Commander of Seb, is picking it up first item. You know who else? Like Fnatic desperately need a Spirit Vessel, but none of their players are willing to sacrifice to help. Like
They're going to end the game, by the way. And it looks like they'll just be able to. They know there's no glyph. There's going to have to be a buyback on
They're
Jazz, but the
throwing
other
them.
3
They
don't
have the
have
Wolf,
it. Yeah.
too.
Wolf giving them extra damage. And guess what? This game might just be over here in about 10 seconds. They're going to try to burst him down the backside jab. He has turned in, but he gets Spirit Vesseled again. He's taking so much damage. He's not really healing. Looks like he will just die, and he does. That's a dieback, and that's a GG called. They're going to get one more kill before it's over. And that was a very quick game. Ana, he farmed the jungle like he's supposed to. As you said, this Legion Commander continuously defended top, buying time, and well, this was the OG that we've been seeing time and time again where they do fall behind early, and guess what? It seems to make them stronger.
you've gotta be smarter. Like, I feel like you look at OG, you know, very few people, I think, are gonna say Seb is like your most mechanically